right? We've got the very first game here of this semifinal best of 5 between TATOH's team and VILLESE's team. We're just going to rename the teams here really quick. Rage Forest 3. We've got semi-final. And we've got Team TATOH and Team VILLESE. Sorry you have to sit through this. You'll have to sit through this in the future as well, because Capture Age will change my beautifully written teams there. Anyway, looks like we have FedEx, Skittle, Monos, and TATOH matching up against Robo, VILLESE, Rubenstock, and Shed. And on this side, we have Rubenstock on the flank, and he's going to be up against TATOH. Thank you, Selly. I'm going to mute the notifications for now so we can fully focus on the games. And we're going to have a clash of the Titans over here. TATOH against Rubenstock on this side. Once again, Rubenstock going as gray, and he does this on purpose. So it's harder to see his units on the minimap when he sneaks in. Now, Rubenstock is getting help from VILLESE over here. Rubenstock playing as the Malay and VILLESE playing as the Celts as his pocket player. So they're going to be fighting up against TATOH's 2 villagers on this side. Meanwhile, on this side, we've got the Aussies, and we saw them play so well together the last time I cast these matches. Shed being a fantastic pocket, and Robo just being a consistent flank, and that's the reason, or large part of the reason, that this team is in the semifinals. Just because they have solid players all the way around. But Robo will be matching up against an Argentinian legend, FedEx, and Robo will be playing as the Vietnamese, FedEx as the Lithuanians, and FedEx has already come forward, and FedEx has 3 villagers here with the Lithuanians laming the berries and laming the boar. So Robo is going to be in a lot of trouble. Like, Robo, he's so distracted he hasn't even built his lumber camp yet. Robo is all over the place. Shed, fortunately, is here to help him, playing as the Burgundians in the pocket. Is there only 1 semis today? There was the semi yesterday, guys. So if you want to watch that, you can go to Mem's channel and check out his VOD of it. I'm sure he already has it up on YouTube as well. Apparently, it was a good match, so worth checking out. I was a little bit busy yesterday, so I couldn't catch it. All right, Robo's going to push this away, and it looks like Shed is actually walling behind. So even if FedEx tries to go over here, Shed will actually have a villager here to block it. This is fantastic play from Shed, or V-Power, whatever you want to call him. Knowing that he has to send a villager out here quickly once Robo stops this to prevent the villagers from coming in. But he has to make sure he walls behind, and he hasn't done that. Oh boy, this could be trouble. This could be trouble. Meanwhile, behind Shed, or behind FedEx, sorry, is Monos playing as the Cumans, and Skittle is the final pocket playing as the Bulgarians. So we have the Burgundians and the Bulgarians. Please don't get confused. I know I will at some point. All right, Robo is here now with villagers. We've got 2 villagers from FedEx are weak, but he's done a pretty good job keeping them alive. And Monos has done a good job with the scout here. And now Shed and Robo, both the Aussies, have lost their scouts. So it's getting a bit hectic on this side, and FedEx is in, waiting to cause some trouble over here. Now, the reason he could send 3 villagers forward and still be relatively fine is because he started with the Lithuanians, right? So you start with that extra food, which means you can keep up villager production without having the sheep under your TC right at the start of the game. And his eco is actually not going to look terrible, considering the fact he's had so much idle time. With these 3 vills at the beginning. Meanwhile, at the other side, look at TATOH. He's lamed all of this. He's laming the gold. He's laming these 3 extra boars over here. And he's going to wreak some havoc against Rubenstock. Rubenstock, though, kind of in his comfort zone, because look at this. TATOH sends 2 villagers forward to lame Rubenstock and wall him in. Rubenstock has snuck a singular vill to the back, and he's going to start laming the berries from TATOH, and he'll probably send a villager over to this side as well. I think he knows that TATOH is going to nerf himself enough with all this distraction in his base. He should probably go to the pocket player and try and get something done in the meantime. There is 1 pond for Team VILLESE, and it's back here. Neither Shed nor VILLESE have gone for that already, as the villager war continues. And there's 1 pawn in the back for Team TATOH, and it looks like Monos is going to take full advantage of this. Thank you so much, Gunner. Thank you so much for the 5 months, dude. I really appreciate it. Don't have the alerts enabled for now just because we are full on tournament mode, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate you coming back here again. Mono's doing a good job with this scout, but FedEx is going to lose a Vill here. FedEx can't quick wall this against that many Vills. Yeah, this woman's going to hunt him down. He still has 2 alive, though, and he's caused so much havoc on this side. Surely he can't save this, right? Looks like Shed actually re-walled behind here, which was a good move. Chat's still on screen, David. Is it? Haha, we removed that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey, Dave, when is MBL and T90 playing the thing today? I don't know. Are they playing the thing today? I'm not aware. Ooh, Tato's caught this villager from Rubenstock. Can he wall this in? He's going to try. No. Tato killing the sneak villager from Rubenstock. And look at Rubenstock. He was up to feudal age very quickly. He's got a barracks even, and I think he was planning on making an archer range back here, but that's not going to happen. So he's going to make the archer range here, and he's going to try and bust his way through on this side. Tato does have a lot of villagers here to repair behind that wall, though. I didn't know you could stream playing with your thing on Facebook without getting banned. I don't think that's the thing he was talking about. I don't think that's the thing he was talking about. All right, Robo trying to get rid of these walls. He wants access to those berries, and he's going up to feudal age 2. His pocket player is still dealing with the shenanigans. FedEx has walled in both villagers, and now FedEx is even going for a barracks over here, but he's got to be careful because this villager will get in. And if he can't save this one and the barracks gets denied, that's a lot of wasted wood. That is a ton of wasted wood there for FedEx. And we all know that wasted wood is bad. Meanwhile, Tato back here on VILLESE. So the flanks are causing all sorts of problems for Team VILLESE. The flanks might be a little bit further behind than their counterparts, but they are certainly punishing the pockets. And meanwhile, their pockets are perfectly safe. We see Mono is already going for that 2TC boom with the fish, adding a second dock as well. And Skittle's going to have a decent boom going on too as he adds the market and the blacksmith and should be clicking up fairly soon. Robo sneak. Robo does have a sneak. 2 archer range going up for Robo. And Robo might be able to punish. I don't think he could punish purple because he's got 2 TCs, but he could get back here and start doing work against the fish traps with the archers. Or he could go to yellow as well. There's multiple options here for Robo, and he could always, I think one thing he should definitely do is wall behind FedEx here. Wall in FedEx, and then him and Shed can try and take him out. I think that would be a fantastic play, especially since FedEx doesn't really have that much room here. It's got some space back here he can take, but kind of trapped a little bit on this side. Meanwhile, Rubenstock, of course he is. Of course he is. Rubenstock is back here. Rubenstock has an archer, a spearman. He's going for stone walls, so he's already walling in Tato, and there is no escape. There's a lot of area back here for Tato to go to, but there's no escape back towards the allies, and Rubenstock is pressuring from both sides currently. Tato still in the Dark Age as well, has not yet clicked up, so can't go for tower defense as of yet, and the house is still minus armor there. Skittle, though, already has a stable on this side, even though he's being walled out as we speak, and he is going to be in Castle Age, and he's going to have some knights, so I think Rubenstock's push here will definitely get cleared up. Tato saving the villager there. And Skittle's going to be able to defend him, but still, this will be walled off. Skittle is now finding this and coming over with some scouts, but it's going to be stone walls between him and Tato's base for the time being. Meanwhile, Robo on the wood line. Robo's already killed a Vill. Robo's killing a second villager. FedEx didn't notice that for a very long time, and FedEx walls in his other villager. He's now walled in these archers, but he sacrificed 3 villagers to do so. And he might actually lose another one here if he's not careful. He did. Robo has done a ton of damage here with these archers. FedEx might lose another Vill. He does. That's 5 villagers lost from FedEx, and he's sitting at 23 right now. We look at Robo, he's at 32 vills, so FedEx is very far behind on this side. Meanwhile, on this side, TATOH's still trying to defend. We've got Knights coming out from Skittle. It's quite a few archers, though, and that Knight is not enough without the armor to attack these yet. So TATOH still has to delay for a little while longer. He might actually lose a vill here. Wow, TATOH is saving villagers like crazy. Look at how many weak villagers he has from walling behind this. All right, we've got a siege workshop here now, and there's the mangonel. So the mangonel should be able to clear up those archers, but Rubenstock adding even more walls behind this. Meanwhile, VILLESE going for that second TC. Looks like Shed has taken advantage of that pawn finally. And Shed is on the way to the castle age as well. Robo still trying to get something done here. And Robo going for a wall and a gate over here. And he's going to find this villager if he pays attention. Looks like he already killed one there from Monos. But he just goes right past the wall. He's going to show up at the gold from Skittle. Skittle does not have a stable on this side. He's completely walled off. Meanwhile, VILLESE with the Celts has gone forward with the Siege Workshop Monastery with 2 TCs behind. They're doing damage to the pockets, or the flanks. Significant damage to the flanks here. VILLESE and Rubenstock, and then Robo and Shed on the other side. Tati down bad. Yeah, TATOH is in a rough position for sure. Does not have enough resources to click up to the next stage. Going for Watchtower defense. Has no monks here from Skittle to help against the Knights. No monks yet, as Skittle is housed. Skittle will lose that mangonel. Now the Knights are into the eco. TATOH might not even be able to click up at this point with the mangonels attacking his town center. Meanwhile, Robo's on the gold, and look at how annoying this is for Skittle. He has no stable over here. Even just these 2 archers, if Robo micros them, he can idle the entire gold from them. Robo doing a fantastic job, and he's killing another villager from Monos, and he's still over here harassing the former woodline from FedEx. FedEx down bad as well. Losing more farmers. It's forced to go for a woodline over here. Looks like Skittle now getting harassed by the archers from Rubenstock. Wow, the flanks are doing so much damage here. Team TATOH is in shambles at the moment. They went forward super early to try and lame. And Team VILLESE is not very happy about that at all. And Rubenstock and Robo are super punishing them. And it looks like VILLESE has kind of taken over the push on this side from Rubenstock. And he's going to continue doing damage to TATOH. TATOH just trying to keep his TC alive long enough to click up. He almost has the res here. Skittle dodging that shot. VILLESE trying to get a good one on him. There's 2 monks there from Skittle now, so the Knights can't really go in. And Rubenstock wisely walling behind all of this too. How does TATOH's team still have 30 villagers more? Well, look at this, right? We got the fish boom from Monos, and he went for that 2 TC boom, and he's adding a 4th one here. So that's probably the biggest difference right there. As now the Knights from Monos are over here trying to clear up the archers from Rubenstock. And he's hiding. He's hiding in the back here, and Monos can't find him. Oh, I think he smelled him. Okay. Smelly archers. Monos was able to see those. These Knights, though, don't have any upgrades. So the archers are actually going to trade decently enough. Took out a lot of HP. Took out another Knight. We'll get this one to half HP. I think that's good enough. As Rubenstock thinks about clicking up now. He's almost got the res himself. Meanwhile, Robo. Oh my god. FedEx is super down bad. Robo is already in Castle Age. Robo is sitting here on his woodline. He's sitting here on his farming eco. He's just killed more villagers, and FedEx is still only at 34 vills. Robo's at 42, and he's got crossbows now. More farmers go down. Robo can just sit here with crossbows, and FedEx can't take wood. Robo's going for a siege workshop. Robo is super not happy about those villagers earlier. Wow, he woke up on the wrong side of the bed. today, Robo. Oh my goodness. He is angry. Look at FedEx can't take anything. He can take maybe one farm and maybe this wood without being hit. This is the exact point in the game right now where FedEx is telling his team, listen, are we okay to resign? Are we good? Can we go back? Can we go next? This is so brutal, and he's going to lose that TC soon. He will get up to the castle age, fortunately. But look at this! Robo, this is the perfect opportunity, Robo, to sit under the tower. Normally, you want to kind of avoid sitting under the tower, but imagine going in here right now. Oh, baby. It's a YOLO Siege Workshop for FedEx right now. And Robo is here, and he's going to kill more villagers. Meanwhile, TATOH with a defensive castle on this side with the Berbers. Looks like Rubenstock is killing the villagers from Skittle once again. Villager count or eco unit count more or less equal now. Okay, this is what FedEx was waiting for. He was waiting for his ally Monos to come over here. Monos had a couple weak nights, though. Robo's going to try and micro those down, and Robo's still denying that Siege Workshop on this side. Oh, boy. Robo doing so much damage over here, and he's even getting Fortified Wall. I think he knows. He's like, I've done enough. I've done enough over here. I'm just going to layer up, and I know I'm going to be really far ahead of FedEx. We can boom back here, and I know my allies have done a ton on this side, too. Oh, man. What a performance from the flanks here. And from VILLESE as well to kind of take over this push and enable Ruben to come over here and do damage against Skittle. Remember, Skittle made his military buildings forward here, so he had nothing in defense, which means Monos needs to split his time between FedEx's eco and Skittle's eco. And Rubenstock still has this stable here. Still has this walled off over here, and he's going for Monastery now, too. So he's going to continue the push. Is there no... Okay, there's +2. I was wondering. I thought for a second there was no armor upgrades there for Monos, but he does have +2. And he does have bloodlines as well. So those knights will eventually deal with the crossbows. Robo behind this. Third TC on the way. It looks like Rubenstock has 3 TCs as well. Shed, who we haven't talked about in a while and who's kind of gotten a free boom since the initial laming, is on 4 TCs. And VILLESE has already clicked up to Imperial Age with 4 TCs of his own with the Celts. VILLESE has 102 villagers. Looks like Monos has 106. He's done well with the Cumin boom. But he has not yet clicked up, although he does have the resources too. Yo, Nikki and Ross and Unionist, thank you guys so much. And Ninja Robot, thank you so much for the resubs. Appreciate it. Welcome back, boys. Thank you so much. Look at this from Robo. Even going for the fortified walls. He's done damage on this side. Now he's just going to hold. Great play from Robo. Really great stuff. He called himself the next Leary. Last set we cast with him, he was in the chat. And it's looking pretty good, honestly. He's impressing me. Good attack round there from VILLESE. Good attack rounds there from VILLESE. Taking out the Camel Archer numbers from TATOH. And now taking out the Mangonel there from Skittle and attacking the monks as well. And he's going up to Imp. He doesn't really care about these Mangonels anymore. Just try and take out some monks and go for a castle. I think VILLESE can even justify... Well, Siege Halb should work here. I think he could justify Woad Raider if he had the stone, but he's going to go Siege Halb likely. As the Celts. And we see stables coming up over here from Monos. Monos has played really well. He took advantage of took advantage of that pond at the back. And he had a decent eco. And he managed to save the other pocket and FedEx. And now he's going up to Imperial Age. And he's going to spam some stuff on this side. But Robo knows that's going to happen. And like I said, he's adding the fortified walls behind the wood lines. Adding an outpost so he knows if the cut is coming. And he's going to bank on the fact that his allies can do damage over here. And remember, Rubenstock on this side has more than enough to wall here. So they're going to try and defeat TATOH at this point. I think what Monos needs to do, if he's going Onager right away, is cut a path. TATOH needs an escape route at this point. If you're going to win this game, you got to get him out of there safely. Why so many unfamiliar players? I think all of the players in this game are fairly well known, my friend. But the way Rage Forest works is that you draft players from different skill levels, right? Or different rating brackets. But everyone here, like Monos, pretty well known. Skittle, a German legend. FedEx, Argentinian legend. TATOH, of course. Robo, Shed, both two of the best Australian players. Rubenstock, obviously a legend, and VILLESE as well. All right, Onager right away from purple. And I think the Onager needs to cut over here. We've got the pressure still mounting here from VILLESE as he goes into Halberdier, and he's getting Onager right now. Camel Archer's really going to struggle against this. The castle from TATOH will go down. And on this side, we've got Shed coming forward with the castle. Shed is playing as the Burgundians, and he's going to be going into extremely quick paladins. And he's going to have the production ready as soon as they cut through here, which is pretty much inevitable at this point. Isn't FedEx a GM chess player? Yes, FedEx is a grandmaster in chess. All right, Onagers. It's only a matter of time before they cut through here, and Celts are going to be on a warpath with Paladins behind. TATOH's dead. TATOH just needs to run, and I think he realizes that he's relocating most of his eco over to this side. He's making fortified wall. He's trying to buy himself enough time. Robo also trying to buy time on this side. Look, they're trying to cut through. The Cavalier can't get through, though, and Siege Ram is now on the way from Monos, so maybe he wants to try and batter down these walls, but Robo should be in a decent position. He's going up to Imp, and he's getting Pikemen already, and he'll likely go into Halberdier to try and stall things out on this side. Dave is a grandmaster in virtual curling. You know it. You know it. And look at this. Rubenstock with the converted knights. I believe these are the converted knights. Is killing villagers from Skittle, and Skittle doesn't notice this, and this is a lot of damage. This is like, you look back at your eco, this is frustrating damage. It's not going to kill you, but you look back at your eco and you just see all of your farmers dead. It's very annoying. Very, very annoying. All right, TATOH dying hard. Dying hard. He's got hidden eco back here. He can kind of escape through this little tunnel here in the wood line. He's gone for fortified walls over here. He's full rat mode at the moment. And they're just getting ready for the big push, I guess. And here's the big push right here as TATOH's team calls the GG. They can see the writing on the wall. Paladin's already in for green. It's 53 seconds before Paladin's in for Monos. FedEx is a long way from being back in the game. TATOH's completely dead. And all the other players on the other team are in good positions. Great play there. Early lame from TATOH. Early lame from FedEx. Theoretically, their pocket should have a free boom behind, and that was the plan, right? We want the Cumans and we want the Bulgarians to have a free boom, but Rubenstock, Robo, and VILLESE did such a good job to do damage, and then Shed did an excellent job staying alive early and then getting into super quick Paladins, so everything just seems hopeless at this stage of the game for Team TATOH. That was super impressive, especially from Robo to sneak those villagers in there. It was a really compact base from FedEx. I wonder how he actually got through there. But to do that level of damage was really, really impressive. All right, so 1 for Team VILLESE. And we can see the KD here. Monos actually a decent job clearing up the units from the other team. But at the end of the day, the eco just wasn't where it needed to be for Team TATOH. 94 Cavalier for Mono. Was it 90? 76. 94 Vills. But still, 76 Cavalier is pretty freaking impressive. Not gonna lie, that's a lot. But it's not enough. You're gonna have helps from the Celts. You already had you're gonna have helps from the Vietnamese, and then you're gonna have Paladin from the Burgundians, and then it's only a matter of time before Rubenstock's back in it as well, with helps of his own. Wow. Great stuff. All right. We take a brief look at the stats here and look at that eco for Monos. Really used the pawn, used the 2TC with the Cubans, but it wasn't enough. He was the only player that really had a safe boom there. Monos is a sick player. Yep. Yes, he has been around for a very long time, that man. All right, so chalk one up for Team VILLESE. Didn't Team VILLESE go through Team Leary as well? I think they did. I think they beat Team Leary. What did you think about the Lithuanian usage? I think it's interesting. You're going to send villagers forward that early. I mean, you kind of did do a bunch of damage, right? You walled in the berries from Robo. You lamed a boar. You lamed all the deer from Shed. You pulled 5 villagers from him. The only mistake that FedEx made was letting that villager in the back of his base. If he didn't let the villager from Robo in the back of his base, he would have been in a much better position. And then Monos could have fully focused on Rubenstock shenanigans over on the other side. And maybe even sent knights to go help against VILLESE. So I think the key to that is just Robo. Which is the best Black Forest Civ in your opinion? I don't know, man. I don't know. Mongols probably is probably the best. All right, so we had a win for the Celts. We had a win for the Malay. A win for the Vietnamese and for the Burgundians. And then on the other side, Lithuanians, of course, Berbers went out. The Bulgarians lost, and the Cumans lost. Yeah. They're not in... They haven't launched the game yet, but they are in the game room. Yo, Sci-Fly, what's up, dude? What up, bruh? Ballista Elephant can cut trees, right? Yeah, but only one at a time. Imagine there was... Okay, Slipknot. Not today. Maybe not today. Imagine there was like a patrol for Ballista Elephants that automatically cut trees. The tree targeting, the deforestry patrol. You just like, you put them on patrol and then you look on your side of the map and all your trees are gone. Should be Khmer unique tech. Shift Q not so bad on explored maps. Yeah, I guess so. I guess the shift Q with Khmer elephants is better than the one with onagers. Because with onagers, if you like shift Q too close, they'll stop in the middle of it, right? Okay, we've got 80 seconds until the next game. What will be the last Civ pick for both teams if the match goes to 5th? It's free pick if the match goes to 5th. Free pick, no repeat. So each team can pick whatever 4 Civs they want if it goes to the 5th game. So the draft is important, but hopefully it's not going to like fully determine the series if you go to a decider, right? Where's my pog planting? Well, you're going to have to redeem and put it... Actually, no, don't do that. Wow. Wow. That was so quick, dude. That was so quick. That's not it. We want the whatever. Anyway, I'm adding pog planting. Stuck is leaving. Stuck is leaving, folks. And we're adding pog planting again, I guess. Oh my god. Yikes. All right, they haven't changed players, and we are going to get into game number 2 here. Team VILLESE is up 1-0 over Team TATOH. And once again, we have Ruben Stock here on the flank, but this time he's matching up against FedEx and not TATOH. And Ruben Stock is going to be playing as the Britons. FedEx is going to be playing as the Byzantines. So good little counter here against the Britons, although you can say that basically against any civ but the Sicilians. Byzantines are just such a good counter civilization, and FedEx has not gone forward to wall. Ruben Stock is, and Ruben Stock will likely sneak one of these villagers in behind because it's so open on this side. Monos will probably have to wall here to prevent Ruben Stock from coming in, but we'll see how this develops later. And yeah, this is exactly what's happening. Look at this. Ruben Stock, he just can't resist. He's already going in, and he's got VILLESE here, and he sees the boar, and he sees the berries. He's going to lame this stuff. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have a villager war right away, and it looks like Robo has already lost the eagle. He's matching up against TATOH, and Robo is going to lose a villager too. So Robo down bad already in this game as TATOH came forward with these walls, and there's a lot of room to play over here too. So maybe TATOH sneaks a villager in on Robo. Robo, Aztecs versus Mayans, classic matchup over here. Aztecs do get access to Siege Onager. Mayans, though, with Plumed Archer, feel pretty good. Also, Mayans have a bit stronger eagles, but Aztecs have some options against that. Pocket for Robo. Shed, once again, playing as the Persians. Very strong pocket civ, and he's got a pawn, so that's going to be a great boom from Shed. As long as Robo can get this walled off, and it looks like Robo is going to get it walled off. TATOH will not be able to sneak a villager, but it's still open on this side, so Shed has to be worried. We've got Monos playing as the Magyars in the pocket position for FedEx, and that's a strong Paladin civ. And we have Skittle finally playing as the Saracens, which is an extremely versatile civilization and a civ that matches up fairly well against the Persians as well. Looks like FedEx has seen the villager from Ruben Stock, and he's actually going to push it away back through the walls. So this is really good for FedEx. Ruben Stock managed to lame the berries. I don't think he got that boar, though. Maybe he did? Yeah, there's something. There's a little carcass here, so maybe he... Well, if he lamed that, wouldn't the carcass still be around? Well, I don't know. I don't know if he lamed it or not, but the key thing is that Ruben Stock is gone from FedEx's base, and Ruben Stock is now trying to wall in the villagers, and they're making a mad dash. Help! Block it! Help! The villagers, they're trying to get back before the vills from Ruben Stock manage to hit this wall once, and look at this. FedEx is trying to hold the door for the villagers, and he managed to kill the scout, and FedEx, oh, he can't get back. Ruben Stock hits the wall, and these villagers are stuck inside now. VILLESE still with some HP left on his scout too, can block this stuff. VILLESE might have killed the boar with the 1 HP. That's true. He might have killed the boar with his scout as well when it was aggroing against the villager, but at this point, I mean, it doesn't matter. FedEx has 2 vills stuck here, and he's still chasing the scout from VILLESE. VILLESE can run all day, and it looks like Ruben Stock is separating his villagers now, and he's going to hunt these down. FedEx is going to try and wall them in, but he's got to be worried about the scout from VILLESE coming over and blocking his vills. Also, FedEx has not walled this area here, and this is what happens. This is what happens. I mean, it's the most predictable thing in the world, isn't it? Like, you're paying attention over here. It looked like Ruben Stock was running back to his base. It looked like he was going to be happy. with like trapping 2 villagers and killing them inside here, but he's never happy. Really, he's never happy. Look, he's even running away with this vill that FedEx found, and he's going to make him think that all the villagers are home safe now, but there's one back here. Somewhere. There he is. And he's going to wall off FedEx likely. Meanwhile, on this side, Robo has managed to wall the middle, and there are no villagers from TATOH's friends in on this side. So Robo is going to be keeping his ally safe back here, and Shed will have that dock to boom up in. Monos will also have a dock, though. Persian's a little bit better boom. Actually, a lot better boom than the Magyars, but Monos is going to try and keep it close, and Monos is a great boomer, as we saw last game. All right, FedEx still has the villagers alive, but VILLESE still with the scout. Potential to be annoying here, and Rubenstock chasing these down. Where did the villager from Rubenstock go? Where did it go? Where did it? He's waiting. He simply waits in the back here. He doesn't want to reveal himself. He didn't make walls here because he doesn't want them to know that there's a villager in here. And FedEx, from his point of view, he's chased back 3 villagers already from Rubenstock. And he's thinking, surely this man doesn't have another one. But of course, we all know that he does. TATOH looks like he's going to go for a tower push with some archers behind on this side on Robo. And Robo is just now going up to the feudal age. So he needs to delay for 2 minutes before he can even make a counter tower here. And he's going to do that by adding extra layers of palisade wall behind this. You would love to have 3 layers. And he's going for the 3rd layer now, but that tower is going to be up soon. So it's a bit of a risk here for Robo that TATOH will manage to get in before he hits the feudal age. Wow. FedEx saving that villager, but Rubenstock not taking any chances, and he's going to wall this vill in. So FedEx can't get out, unfortunately for him. That villager will be stuck for a while on this side. TATOH trying to get in. Robo trying to complete the walls behind here. There's only 1 layer here. TATOH can get in and start attacking these walls too. Robo is still 40 seconds away from the next stage. He's already on stone, so he's already thinking about making a tower here. But if this remains open, that means that Skittle can go into some form of castle age pressure, and he can team up with TATOH against Robo and, of course, against Shed on this side. And Shed already going for walls over here, so Shed's a little bit nervous about this. And he's going to leave Robo 1v1 against TATOH on this side. Saracen castle age pressure, so monks. Theoretically, you could go for a few knights if you think they're going to do damage, but it would be monk siege, yeah. Skittle has 700 wood. Skittle is looking, as soon as he hits castle age, to go for the Omega Boom. Also, remember, he has to make fish traps if he wants to keep using this pond, right? So he wants to add like 3 extra TCs and make fish traps here, and he's already started making them, so the wood count will go down for him. I like the double tower defense here from Robo. I like it. Rubenstock now going for some archers, and Rubenstock will likely click up to cat. No, he's going to go for full feudal pressure here. Okay. Interesting. I thought he would wait for Castle Age to reveal this stuff. I think he should, honestly. I think he should wait for crossbows to reveal this. Because otherwise, Monos is going to be much faster the Castle Age, and will just go for a couple knights and clear up everything that you have. But saying that, Rubenstock is not really close to clicking up, so maybe feudal pressure is just the way. Robo going for stone walls behind this. He's got two towers pushing this back. TATOH now using the market, and he's going to be clicking up? No. Simply using the market to make vills. Interesting. Okay. VILLESE reaches the Castle Age, and Shed will be in the Castle Age in a minute. And VILLESE, once again, going to be supporting Rubenstock. with some siege on this side. And we've seen this before from VILLESE. Not just in this set, but in the previous set as well. Kind of stalls out his boom a little bit as pocket player. And he helps out his flank with that siege early. It looks like Monos is going to be doing the same thing as well. He's got a siege workshop forward here too. TATOH, though, with the archers and with the villagers here. And Robo forced to go for another tower. Remember, Robo has, or sorry, Shed has walled behind here, and Robo is now going for stone walls. So he's just attempting to buy his team enough time. He just wants Shed to have enough time to get a good boom rolling, get into Paladin, and steamroll on this side. TATOH wants the same thing for his pocket, though. He wants Skittle to have a great boom with the Saracens, get some Mamluks out maybe, and start countering those Persian Paladin. Meanwhile, over here, Rubenstock going for a dock, and he manages to get it up. He manages to get it up. He's got a Spearman here to counter the Scout from Monos. And remember, he's got these archers garrisoned at the back, and now Monos knows all about this sneak here. Monos goes for a fire galley. He's already got a galley here. Spearman will actually do a decent amount of damage against this galley. Don't tell me this is going to die to Spearman. Realism. That's what Age of Empires 2 brings you. Realism. As the galley dies to two Spearmen over there. Monos maybe paying attention at a different area. Yeah, paying attention over here. He's got a knight looping around now. He went for a stable forward to help his ally. Over here, TATOH has found the stone wall from Robo. Robo is still not up to the next stage. He's not even close, to be honest. TATOH should be able to click up earlier than him. But right now, Robo is just kind of delaying TATOH. And Robo's gone for double archer range. Double archer range with no production, though. So he's waiting. He's waiting to click up. VILLESE coming forward with two mangonels. We've got knights over here from VILLESE, and those are protecting them. And the siege workshop will go down before a mangonel comes out for Monos. And Monos is busy dealing with Rubenstock at the back here. Monos does not have any armor for these knights, so they took a decent amount of damage there. Rubenstock now building up fire galleys, building up demos. Monos doesn't know what's inside there, so he almost has to overreact to this dock. And Rubenstock building up resources to maybe click up. TATOH is through, though. TATOH is through this wall. Robo tried to go for another wall there. Looks like he lost the villager. And he's notified his allies. So VILLESE will go for some palisade walls. Palisade walls will not hold this out for too long. But VILLESE is Castle Age. So he has the tools he needs to push this back from TATOH. Shed going for 4 TC. And he has the fish boom too. So Shed is going to have a really impressive boom here. He's got 16 fishing ships, 54 vills. More villagers here for Skittle, but he doesn't have those fishing ships. And it looks like the other pond is being cleared up now from Rubenstock. Oh, this is brutal. Monos is going to have a tough time. He's got 3 TCs, but he's got to add all this food eco because he just lost all of his fishing ships there to the forward dock from Rubenstock. You just love to see it from Rubenstock. Doing so much damage. And you love to see this from FedEx. Look at that. Walling in the 2 knights from VILLESE. Great play there from FedEx. But he's still got to deal with this stuff. He's looking for a big mangonel shot here. Takes out one. Wait, that's Rubenstock's Vil? The hell is it doing over there? It's so many questions. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Another siege workshop for Monos. Classic Ruben. Yep. Classic Ruben. And the pushback is incoming. Mangonel there from FedEx. The scout is there from Monos. It's going to kill at least 2 monks, maybe even 3. And the knights are incoming. And TATOH is in on VILLESE's base. So TATOH is buying some time for his allies over here on the right flank by targeting the pocket and distracting VILLESE a little bit. Looks like VILLESE tried to go for a siege workshop wall there, but it was denied. TATOH is now in Castle Age. Robo is on the way up. And TATOH's going to be hitting the eco from Shed, but Shed is, I think, in a fantastic position here, even with the pressure incoming from TATOH. 75 villagers, 21 fishing ships, and he's got the Siege Workshop out already, although this Scorpion is going to die right away. And he's going to have to go into Knights immediately to deal with this. So maybe I overestimated Shed's position a little bit. He'll need the techs to kill these. He'll need more Scorpions, at least 2 more Scorpions. And TATOH is going to annoy him quite a bit. While TATOH's pocket, Skittle simply booms up behind and already goes into Monk Siege. Rubenstock still being annoying back here. He's taken a fish trap from Monos, and he is in the Castle Age, so he can go into crossbows now to distract the pocket player over on the right side. Still has a villager on this side too. Needs to make sure he doesn't lose that though. And I think he'll be fine for the time being. Villager over here from FedEx, still doing work. Looks like Shed is trying to deal with that, and it looks like VILLESE will have a Mangonel at the back here to try and deal with the push from TATOH. Robo on this side reaches the Castle Age and actually has decent resources, so we'll see what he decides to do. I think it might be an Imperial Age play from him. I think he might be thinking about a castle as well. He's got some archers and he's upgrading the crossbows, and he's coming over here to help against TATOH. I don't really think Shed needs this help as he's got enough siege and knights now, but we'll see. FedEx is on the way to the Imperial Age. Skittle is on the way to the Imperial Age. And remember, FedEx is 1 TC with Byzantines. Would love to see a castle from him, but he doesn't have the resources, so it's probably going to be Bombard Cannon from him. Bombard Cannon Monks on this side with Byzantines. They're going to try and get in, and then Monos is going to try and help, but Monos is going to be very busy back here. So even if FedEx pushes in here, he's not going to have any support. It's going to be really rough for him. I'm not sure that the faster Imperial Age was the play here, honestly. He's going to have nothing to back him up. Monos is too busy over here with Rubenstock. And it's not like Monos has a fantastic boom. He's at 76 vills right now. Rubenstock still with a villager here, by the way. Lots of crossbows still alive. He's got knights coming out here to deal with the mangonels. And there's weak knights here from Monos. Rubenstock might actually win this fight if he takes it correctly. And we've got now Shed going up to Imperial Age. TATOH has walled on this side, and it looks like TATOH is still being annoying against the units from VILLESE here. And here comes Skittle. Skittle has gone for many stables. Skittle is going for a castle over here, and already setting up the trade route on this side. But like I said, Mono's super struggling against Rubenstock. Onager on the way already from Skittle. Meanwhile, FedEx, I mean, what's the plan here from FedEx? He's in Imperial Age. He's got some of the monk techs. But Rubenstock simply walls behind here and waits for VILLESE to get in. And he should be fine. Rubenstock even going for towers. Just buying himself enough time. And he's on stone 2 with 11, so he might even have enough stone for a castle pretty soon. Robo now walling behind here. Fortified wall, walling behind the wood lines, and of course Skittle has set up on this side, so great job from Robo to try and stall this out, but there is crossbows here from TATOH, so those might kill the villagers before they can fully wall. On this side, VILLESE looking for more kills. TATOH still micring, TATOH still being annoying, and Shed is completely preoccupied over here for the time being. It is 2 Celt Mangonels now against these crossbows, so things are going to start to get a little bit difficult for TATOH. He takes out 1, but he loses the crossbows to a big shot. Meanwhile, on this side, FedEx still not managing to fully break in. And with the towers here, that's going to buy a couple more minutes for Rubenstock. Meanwhile, at the back, Rubenstock finally cleared up. And he's just going to focus on his own base now. TATOH trying to be annoying. Robo struggling against the camels from Skittle. Robo is not yet up to Imperial H. He's got crossbows, which will actually manage to do decently behind the houses and the fortified walls. And Shed is almost in a position to really get into the game here. Zealotry on the way from Skittle. How much damage can Skittle do over here? FedEx going for a second TC. He's going to try and expand his economy. And the monks are converting a lot of villagers from Rubenstock now. It's a very interesting setup we have here. And I apologize. It seems like I'm dropping a few frames here. So if you see that, just manage to refresh because it usually comes back right away. Usually comes back right away, but I'm dropping some frames. Looks good to me. Okay. It shows me it's dropping some frames, but things if things are fine for you, then that's great. And we have guard tower now from Rubenstock in defense with the Britons, and there's the castle for him. FedEx will not be able to get in soon enough. Still over here. TATOH trying to get in. Looks like VILLESE rewalled behind. We got Elite Mameluke incoming. Elite Mameluke incoming here from Skittle. That will deal with the Paladins from Shed quite nicely. Shed is going for heavy camels instead. And those Mamelukes will deal with the camels quite nicely too. So Shed might have some problems here. Saracen's a really good Civ matchup against Persians. Alright. What can you do here, FedEx? I'm surprised that FedEx didn't go for Bomber Cannon. Really am. Monos is in with the Knights now. Monos is in with the Knights. Rubenstock struggling against this. We've got Stable set up from VILLESE. Although he's going into Halberdiers right now, so he tech switched a little bit. And Rubenstock is in shambles. Rubenstock is at 86 villagers, but he's still not up to the next stage. He has a castle. He has guard tower here in defense. But the Knights from Monos are wreaking havoc in his economy right now. Causing a lot of idle time. That's giving FedEx enough time to kind of catch up in terms of villager count. And there's the bombard cannons from FedEx now. So those will start working on the guard towers in the castle. Meanwhile, on the other side, it looks like the camel raids got in. It looks like the camel raids got into VILLESE's base. Skittle doing work, and these camels have a lot of HP. VILLESE did go into Halberdiers. 170 HP camels, though. Gonna be killing a lot of villagers from VILLESE. The camels are here from Shed. They're gonna hunt down this onager, and they're gonna push back the camels from Skittle. Meanwhile, on this side, Robo has Arbalest, and Robo is microing down the camels here, and Skittle needs to make a tech switch into something else. The camels were good as an opener. But I don't think camels long-term are maybe the best option. He already has Elite Mameluke. He's already got Onager, so maybe Siege Onager here with Mameluke would be the play. And some Bombard Towers. Alright. Guard Towers being taken down. Castle will be taken down by the Bombard Cannons. Rubenstock's still struggling. He's still not up to him. Doesn't have the food eco. All of his food eco is under fire at the moment. As we see Rubenstock going for 2 more TCs, and the trade is being already added here, but it's still open on this side. Robo trying to push through on this side. Nothing doing. Shed, 53 camels. But camels are basically a counter unit. You can't really push with them. And he's forced to come over here with a large proportion of his military too. But the camels will really struggle against the monks. Looks good for Team TATOH? Yeah, it does. Till Rubenstock can get some army here, I think they're going to struggle big time. Also, VILLESE only going into Halbs at the moment. That raid early from Skittle really hurt him, I think. And the raids early from TATOH too, the distractions, hurt him a ton. Here's a little bit of a push from Shed, but one Treb, some Camels, and Arbalest can basically be stalled out by these castles. And Eldorado is on the way here from TATOH. Eldorado Eagles will do quite well against Camels and Arbalest. Do very well, actually, and especially with the Mamluks backing them up. Eldorado Eagles actually do well against everything that the opposing team has. Halberdiers, Camels, Arbalest. The Monks from FedEx getting some valuable conversions against the Camels, and he manages to save the Bombard Cannons too. Monos is being a little bit timid about engaging against these Halberdiers. Paladin is on the way in 28 seconds. So he needs to save his his Cavalier until Paladin is in. And Siege Onager in from Skittle too. Skittle has played this really well. He got the free boom behind, and he's taking advantage of it. And here come the Eldorado Eagles. That castle will be saved by TATOH. And the castle stays up. The castle stays up. One hit away from death. Eldorado Eagles are in. Mamluks are in behind here. Mamluks shredding the Camels. The Arbalists will do decently against the Mamluks, but once the Eagles are in front, tanking damage, watch out. Robo has got to be very careful over here, and that's the only army that Robo has, is those Arbalists. And honestly, Skittle can afford to throw these away. Skittle already has 15 trade cards. He's adding more. TATOH adding more as well. And they're just pushing in right now. And once the Eagles get into the eco, there'll be big problems for Team VILLESE. Paladin's in on this side. Rubenstock still at 105 villagers, so he managed to save a lot of his eco, and he's in Imperial Age now, but he's also just going into Halbs right now. Still, Slavic Halberdiers. I don't know if he has Drazina yet. VILLESE, I would assume so. Are going to be able to do good against the Paladin from Monos, and they will also do really well against the Siege Monk composition from FedEx. It's just all about numbers and whether he can keep up the spam. On this side, Robo being denied a castle. Mamluks coming in. They're hunting for that trade route. Eagles doing work too. Robo down to 53 villagers right now. Camel's trying to help with the Mamluks if they get close to do well. But it's all about getting close, and with the Eagles in front, it's going to be awfully difficult to take good fights. I like this little gate system here from Rubenstock. It's like the system on the Titanic, right? To keep the water out if it was ever breached. And we can see it working about as well as that. As he's blocking his own trade. Still, Halberdiers from both players. Just a Halberdier composition here from VILLESE and Rubenstock, and it's managing to hold. It's managing to hold. The main concern for them is the other side. Because Shed, going into Camels, can't do anything against the Eagles. And he doesn't want to go into Paladins because the Mamluks are here. So what do? You need Robo at some point. You need like Paladin Arbalest. And I think that's what they wanted to go into, but obviously they never got a chance. Green needs Elite War Elephant. He's a very long way off from that. He's only got 72 vills. You need 72 farmers if you're going Elite War Elephant. It does have 54 trade cards and 23 fishing ships, so maybe, but it's a big tech switch. He's got enough food. He just needs the gold now. All right. Lots of bomber cannons here from FedEx, and FedEx is up to 58 villagers. I'd love to see him add trade, though. Right now, he's doing decently. He's got 8 bombard cannons. He's got some monks healing up, and Byzantine monks are actually no joke. We have got a healing squad here. I have made fun of the healing squad before, but these monks with the recent buffs in the patch in November are actually healed super quickly. And this isn't bad. Like, there's very few paladins going down in these fights. They're only dying to his own bombard cannons. And the healing is doing work. Team VILLESE dead? It looks like it. Like, VILLESE is going to have to switch into something. He had one Siege Onager. But we're going to need something from Rubenstock. We're going to need something from VILLESE other than Halberdiers. And we're going to need a hold on this side. And it just doesn't look possible. Team TATOH, especially TATOH, doing a great job harassing Robo and then getting in here and harassing these two players. And you can see that he's reaping the benefits of that right now, as Skittle was fully boomed and ready to go as soon as he hit Imperial Age. We need more monks healing. We need more monks healing. We need these guys healing up these paladin. I think they've added a super amount of value. Right now, it's fine if Monos and FedEx just hold on this side. They don't need to push. The push is happening over here from TATOH and from Skittle, and the series is tied. TATOH's team takes one in the second game here. Great play from TATOH to get in against Robo. He was up to Castle Age faster than Robo. Managed to batter through like 5 layers of walls. And he managed to distract VILLESE and Shed. And Skittle didn't have to do anything. Skittle simply boomed behind. And he was ready to go with the camels, with the onagers to cut through. Did a lot of damage to VILLESE. Forced Shed. I think this is the most important point. Forced Shed into only camel spam, which is not what you want to be doing as Persians. And Robo wasn't able to do anything with the Arbalest once the Eagle switch came in. Great job. Great job there from Team TATOH. Great KD there from Monos. Healing up, man. Healing up. That's how the KD was so good. 23 conversions from FedEx holding the line on the other side. Skittle with the best eco. And great performance from Team TATOH. Thank you so much, Johnny, for the 5 months. Thank you, James, for the 5. Thank you, Queen, for the 2 months. Thank you for coming back again. And Dustin Polis for the 6. And Grim Gerbil for the 42. I appreciate you, my friend. Join Pleb. It's the 42nd time he's told me to do that. Draft? The draft is right here, my friend. The draft is right in front of you. This was Robo last game. All right. What civs were used? Magyars win. We had a Saracens win, Byzantine win, and then Mayans. On the other side, Slavs loss, Persians loss, Aztec loss, and Britons. Really good civs used by Team VILLESE there. They used Persians, Slavs, and Britons. Really good civs. Yo, Akuni, thank you for the 9 months. We just had a Twitch baby, my friend. Are you casting with a controller, though? No. Original joke, though. Never heard that, ever. God, that that alien please emote is terrifying, dude. Robo was singing this until he wasn't. Portuguese over Vikings. Portuguese are pretty good as a flank civ. Better than Vikings. Vikings just lack the late game composition that you need, right? Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for the follows. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna have a good day here. It looks like it's gonna be a good series. We're gonna have fun. By the way, why are you playing AoE on a controller? And how did you get to a very reasonable 1.5k? First of all, welcome. Welcome. I do it for content, my friend. It's like the area in the ladder that I play, that 1500 area, 1300 if I'm playing really badly. You can still get away with really fun strategies, and it's nice to like handicap yourself and give yourself a challenge, you know? So, it's just for content. And how did I get to 1.5k? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I thought when I started it, I would be like down at around 600, but as you play more, you get used to it, right? I played like 500 games on controller. I played a ridiculous amount of games now. Like, I have the muscle memory now. I played more games on controller than I've ever played 1v1s on keyboard and mouse. What's the last one Civ not picked? Vikings. Seven Forever also. Thank you for the prime as well. Sorry I didn't mention you. Thank you so much. Welcome, dude. Okay, we're waiting for the game to get started. Are Chinese that bad on BF? They are picked last. A lot of the time, they're not picked at all. The thing with Chinese is if you have to get involved. So Chinese don't have the late game composition to be a pocket civ. And if you play them as a flank, if you have to get involved early with a villager war, you're screwed. You have more villas, sure, but you have no food in the bank to produce villagers, right? So you're kind of screwed over. If they, like with that tech tree, I think you could get away with them as a flank civ, but it's just the start. You're always going to struggle. Yep, still waiting. Give me like 3 minutes here, all right? I'm going to leave you with this fantastic song, and hopefully they'll have the game set up and ready to go by the time I get back. All right, we're back, and we've got ourselves a game here coming up shortly. Game number 3. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for jamming out. Sarlacc, thank you for the 8 months. Appreciate it. And Bremaster, thank you for the Prime, dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for all the follows. What's this song? It was called Painted Black by the Rolling Stones. My opinion, the best band ever. Okay, let's go. Game number 3. And we've got TATOH, Monos, Skittle, and FedEx against Robo, Shed, Rubenstock, and VILLESE. Same teams once again. And we have Rubenstock once more on the flank, and he's going to be matching up against FedEx once again. Spanish for Rubenstock. FedEx is playing as the Bohemians. So 2 very good civs over here on the flank. Bohemians, if they can get to Uvnica, will be in a really strong position, but Rubenstock will likely be delaying them early. Meanwhile, on this side, a little bit of a villager war between Robo and TATOH. The same matchups again, and Robo, once again, looks like he might lose a villager. He's got to be very careful here. He's playing as the Japanese up against the Poles. Poles will always win villager wars if they have equal numbers, because Polish villagers heal over time. It's a very slow rate in Dark Age, but it is healing, so TATOH can be pretty confident keeping these villagers forward. Looks like the pocket for TATOH will once again be Skittle playing as the Sicilians now. And then the final pocket over here is Monos as the Franks. A very good pocket civilization. Obviously going to make his way into Paladin. The pocket for Robo will be Shed once again playing as the Tatars. Will likely go into Keshik at some point. And then we have VILLESE playing as the Ethiopian pocket for Rubenstock on this side. Robo trying to get this wall down. Does not want to let TATOH in. Shed is here with the scout. Robo should never let these villagers in here. He's sending 3 more fresh vills, and he should have never let this happen. This is an absolute nightmare for Robo. Villager even moonwalking there for TATOH, just letting him know that she got in, and she is going to walk away. And now Robo is going to be chasing these vills all day. One house here could have denied those villagers going in, or maybe a few palisades here, but Robo is going to be chasing these. And TATOH, of course, we all know he can do this. He can just simply wall in his vills and keep them alive for a very long time. Meanwhile, on this side, Rubenstock, of course he has. He's come forward with villagers here, and he's already killed 2. He's already killed 2 villagers from FedEx with the help of VILLESE's scout. Monos has the scout over there helping out FedEx, but FedEx is down bad already, and FedEx already got his berries walled in. Looks like Rubenstock tried to lame a boar, but FedEx managed to pull those in time. And Rubenstock will have the advantage, and it remains open on this side. So Rubenstock has opportunities to make forward buildings and go for that feudal age pressure once again. Great stuff there from Rubenstock on the left side. This map is also extremely open as TATOH goes for more quick walls over on the right to keep his villagers safe. Map is extremely open. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different pathways into the enemy base. So I think full walling here, maybe not tenable. Maybe you need to go, everyone needs to go for a little bit of either feudal age or castle age pressure on this map. I don't think we're going to be seeing any free booms. The pawn situation, let's take a look at it. We've got 3 pawns matching up against 1 from the other team, but all of the pawns are in exposed positions as TATOH sends this villager over here, and he's going to take this fight against Robo. Still has this villager alive and can simply wall him out. Yeah, TATOH is a god at this kind of stuff. He's going to be laming these boars, and he's going to be escaping here with this villager. Shed is on the hunt, but he doesn't have enough scout HP to fully engage against this. FedEx sending more vills forward, and so is Rubenstock. He's trying to go for the forward walls here. Trying to. Not succeeding. FedEx chasing him away, but like we saw before, and we're going to take a look at the Eco KD. FedEx is 0-2. No one else has lost a villager here, just FedEx, but he's lost 2 of them. So he's in a really rough position here with the Bohemians. Which team is better? Well, that's what we're trying to determine, my friend. Both these teams are pretty similar, honestly. Very solid players on both of them. Skittle's going to be blocking this vill with his scout, and I think this should be a dead villager. for Robo. Good teamwork here between Skittle and TATOH. And good, honestly, good micro there from Robo with the villager to try and stay away from the scout of Skittle and escape with his own Vill. But TATOH is going to be hunting that down. And that is Vill on Vill violence right there. As TATOH gets that villager with the final knife stab. And TATOH engaging against another villager from Robo. These Polish villagers, so annoying. They're healing up over time. And TATOH still has both of them alive. Rubenstock now pushing this stuff back. Rubenstock somehow... I thought these were FedEx's vills, but of course. Of course they're Rubenstock's vills. As he walls behind here on FedEx's side. He's trying to trap in more villagers just like he did last game. Trying to save these ones now. And he's coming forward with 6 more villagers behind this. FedEx has to be tired of this already. Like, look at what FedEx's working eco right now is 2 villagers on sheep and 4 on deer. Oh, and 2 on wood, I suppose. As they go for big villager fights here, and Rubenstock manages to kill another one. He won't be able to save this one. She's going to get stuck. This one looks like it's stuck from FedEx, but he manages to pull it away. And Rubenstock now losing 2 vills of his own. Very, very messy on the left flank. Meanwhile, over here, VILLESE coming forward. He's already walling this middle area, and he might be sending these 2 vills forward to try and get some damage done. The only player with fishing ships right now is Yellow, and Skittle has a number of fishing ships here, and he's got this dock, so he's going to have a decent eco, and maybe they want, once again... I'm glad I looked over here. Bit ambitious there from Skittle. Maybe they want Skittle to have a free boom once again. TATOH still has villagers alive. And oh god, don't do it. Don't do him like that, TATOH. Robo's just trying to have a good time. He's just trying to fit in. Oh my goodness, TATOH just being so annoying on this side. And I bet he still has this vill alive. Yep, of course he does. Why wouldn't he still have this villager alive? Robo going for a dock. He's going to try and get the fishing eco rolling. He's at 22 villagers. TATOH is at 28 villagers. Robo is struggling big time. He never should have let these vills in. It was a massive mistake. I think easy to deny those villagers coming in from TATOH. Robo let them in, and they've caused all sorts of havoc. And now FedEx is all up in Rubenstock's grill. Rubenstock, now it's his turn to have very few villagers actually working. 26 to 26 is the villager count over here on the left flank. As Monos now goes for a stable over here. And Monos is going to be clicking up, and he's going to go for knights to support his ally on the left side. TATOH. Oh. TATOH. No. TATOH, what are you doing to him? He's walled in 2 villagers, folks. He has walled in 2 villagers on this side, immediately replaces the wall. And Robo is super... Don't even do it, Robo. Don't do it. Don't test fate, Robo. Do not. Do not test fate. Okay, Shed got 1 hit against that villager, and TATOH is now running away with that. TATOH has another vill secure over here. Robo trying to escape. TATOH trying to wall in his vill, and he does, and he can simply heal up with the poles behind this. Meanwhile, on this side, Rubenstock is stuck. FedEx's turn to wall him in, and FedEx is going to be able to clear up most of these vills from Rubenstock. FedEx is still not in a great position. He's still in Dark Age. Ruben is on the way. No, where's Ruben? Ruben is still in Dark Age as well. Looks like Ruben goes for gate here as he tries to bust his way in. TATOH on the way to Feudal Age. Robo on the way to Feudal Age. Shed on the way to Castle Age. Robo killed a villager. He finally killed a villager here from TATOH, and he goes for a second dock. But TATOH now going for a barracks on this side. Villager fight continues over here. The villager fight continues. We got a pikeman over here from VILLESE. VILLESE is going to be supporting his ally. He's got knights on the way, but Ethiopian knights, so not really something you can transition later on in the game, whereas for our Frank player, knights is exactly what the composition you want to be going into the entire game. There's a lot of villagers here from FedEx, but there's a lot of villagers here from Rubenstock, and the Vill war continues. The Vill war continues. We can take a look at the Eco KD. 6-7 there for FedEx. 5-6 for Rubenstock. 2-3 for Robo. And VILLESE is here with Knights. And you know what? Monos can't get in, so FedEx is going to lose a lot of Vills here. FedEx is going to lose a ton of Vills here, but here's the Mangonel from Monos, so Rubenstock needs to run away. FedEx is now 7-12 in Eco KD. As Rubenstock manages to get away, and he's on the way to the Feudal Age. So is FedEx. Oh boy, is this ever messy. Holy. It's called Rage Forest for a reason, and I think FedEx might be raging right now as he lost all of the villagers forward. And Rubenstock will simply wall behind this. Meanwhile, over here, TATOH is still with the villager alive. He's got a trapped spearman in there. And Skittle safely booming behind. Shed is somewhat safely booming behind this. He's got 3 TCs now. He's at 37 Vills. Skittle is at 43, though. So Skittle looking to be in a good position for the late game. Is this live? Yes, this is live as TATOH loses another Vill forward there. So TATOH, I think, has lost 4 villagers. 3. He's lost 3 Vills. And it's still open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If TATOH can't wall this off, this could be trouble. And there's the scout right there. Villager v Scout. I think the Scout will win this fight, but the Vill is healing. It's a Polish villager, so the Vill is actually going to win it. And I think it would have won even without the healing, and TATOH will manage to keep this closed. So there's no opportunity for Shed to come in there with some forward pressure just yet. All right, the FedEx is behind here in Vills. He's got 25 Vills versus 36, but the advantage that he has is that his pocket is in a decent position with 40 Vills, and his pocket is already going into Knights. Whereas the Ethiopian pocket with a similar eco is going into Knights, which is not what you want. You want the Ethiopian pocket to be going into Siege, a boom into Siege, and maybe some Arbalest or something. So that long-term, the Franks will have the advantage over here. Castle from TATOH with 1 villager. 1 villager castle here, and he's already utilizing this pawn here. So TATOH is going to keep up with Robo's boom on this side as Robo is on the way to the castle age. TATOH is already there. TATOH now going for a stable here. So annoying. He actually had to delete his barracks to get the spearman out. But he's going to be in between Robo and his pocket. And he's going to be distracting for quite a while. And remember, the longer he distracts, the better the boom is going to be for Skittle to go into Sicilian Cavalier. And First Crusade is basically free if you get your eco rolling up to 5 TCs. So you open with the First Crusade and then you go into Cavalier, and it's going to be absolutely deadly. Why is Dave not playing? I'm not playing in a Black Forest tournament. I'm sorry. That'd be an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster, folks. Robo even going for a galley. Imagine that. Just wants to counter the spearman somehow. As TATOH goes for another stable behind this. And TATOH goes for War Galley. War Galley here. What's he trying to do? Is he thinking about eventually getting a dock up over here? Very interesting that he would tech into that. All right, Monk Siege. Once again, Monk Siege for FedEx. With Bohemians, it's a very good composition, but the castle is coming up here from Rubenstock. Castle will not be denied. There's walls in front that some of those vills are out of the range of the mangonels. Of course, there's defensive mangonels there. from Rubenstock's pocket from VILLESE. So the advantage that VILLESE's team has right now is that Rubenstock is in front of FedEx in terms of villagers, but the advantage TATOH's team has right now is that Robo is going to be in a really bad position, especially since I just saw Schlatta privileges come in from TATOH. I'm assuming I'm saying that right. I don't know. Where's Polak when you need him? So he's going to have the cheap knights, and he's going to be spamming from 3 stables behind here. Remember, TATOH does have some fish. It's got a decent farming eco, and with that cheaper knight tech, he's going to be able to produce. He's going to be able to harass not only Robo, but the pocket player here, Shed, who only has a palisade gate in between him and this military. Shed goes for some more houses behind here. He needs another house here. This gate is not going to last for very long, and that Ibex is in the way. And still hasn't clicked this house. Okay, he's going to be fine for the time being. He's going to be fine. Meanwhile, Rubenstock going out this way with the Vill, and he's going out this way with Conks too. So he's looking for a way in to the pocket economy for Monos. Let's check the resources here. FedEx does not have enough to go Imperial Age. Skittle's already on the way up to Imp with that free boom that we were talking about. 107 villagers for him. I'd love to see FedEx. I mean, at this point, FedEx just needs to try and make something happen. I think an Imperial Age from him with 1 TC would be good. You have the monks and you have bombard cannons to try and take out that castle. And you let your pocket into the eco from Rubenstock. It could be decent. House is being deleted over here. Knights coming in. Conks are there from Rubenstock, though, kind of pushing those away a little bit. Meanwhile, TATOH still doing work back here. And there's Robo's army. Say hello to Robo's army and say goodbye to Robo's army. Because the cheap knights are going to outspam the pikemen from him. And now Robo's going to have to deal with quite a few knights from TATOH. His fishing eco is super exposed on this side. The fish traps are going to go down on the edges. And TATOH, with that War Galley research, if he ever gets a dock up here, can kill the rest of those too. Or he can just kill the docks. Wow. Rubenstock. Okay. Cheeky moves from Rubenstock, saving this Vill here. As FedEx tries to convert it. And there's the Onager tech already from Skittle. As he's come forward with stables here. With a castle in the middle. He's going to go for Onager. He's going to cut in. And the Sicilians are going to have a crazy boom. Cavalier already incoming. We're not even 30 minutes into the game. Knights over here still distracting Robo. Also, Shed will have to send some military over here to help his ally. And TATOH has gone for a TC at the back. So TATOH will have more sneak villagers. Robo getting decent hits with the pikemen, but the knights are so cheap. TATOH is spamming them like crazy, and in a one-on-one battle, knights still beat pikemen. So the army from Robo will just get cleared up as soon as he creates it. And look at that. Completely decimated. Good demo. Good demo there from Robo. Taking out some knights. But at the end of the day, he's not going to be in the game for, or seriously in the game for quite a while longer. TATOH is really stalling him out. This is giving time for Skittle to get there with the Cavalier. And I wonder if Skittle, does Skittle cut through to Robo first and they just finish him off? Or do they go to Shed? Because I think they have a potential here to just kill Robo outright. No armor for Robo? I'm not sure armor's really going to make a difference here against the Knights. Keshik is on the way from Shed. Okay, Onager heading this way. So it looks like Skittle wants to cut on this side. Skittle also getting Halberg. So his Cavalier, 6 Pierce armor. And remember, they take less bonus damage. So the Cavalier are going to absolutely destroy. And Robo's Woodline is getting absolutely destroyed right now by the Knights. He got in there somehow. There was a hole between the house and the wall. And Robo has just been struggling all game here against TATOH. Conquistadors somehow from Rubenstock are in here. Killing villagers from TATOH, so maybe a little bit of revenge for his teammate Robo. Some vills go down, but TATOH still with 56. Robo with 43. Robo does have more fishing ships, but that's not going to make up the difference here. As Rubenstock's conks will get cleared up. Meanwhile, on this side, Imp is incoming for FedEx. Imperial H is already there for VILLESE, though. And VILLESE is coming out here. VILLESE has a Trebuchet, and VILLESE could kill the Imp TC from FedEx. He's got Arbalest on this side. Arbalest will struggle against the Halberg Cavalier if FedEx decides to come over to this side. Cavalier also on the way from Monos, but he doesn't even have the +2 for his Knights yet. And I think this TC is going to go down before FedEx gets in. He's only at 30% right now. If another Treb comes along, if this Treb comes along, that TC's definitely going down. FedEx should make another TC and cancel that. Yeah, that's the Imp TC. That's dead. That's 100% dead. But meanwhile, here come the Cavalier. Keshik are here, though, and Keshik are very strong. And I think Keshik are a great matchup against Sicilian Cavalier. I mean, they're not doing any bonus damage. 11 +2 attack. 160 HP. The Cavalier only have 140 HP. And Keshik are going to do pretty well on this side. Yeah, Skittle's going to have to retreat. Skittle is going to have to retreat, but look at the production from Skittle. Maybe not, actually. 51 versus 25. Kind of underestimated the sheer amount of Cavalier that he has here. He's got 15 more in the queue, too. And the castles from Shed, he's only got 3 of them. Or no, he's got 4 of them. So just waiting for the production to catch up, and then he can engage. Imperial HTC did go down. There's another TC here, though, from FedEx. He's going to try and get up to Imp in that one, too. VILLESE continues to push on this side. FedEx only at 41 villagers. Even less vills than Robo. As the Cavalier engage against the Keshik on this side. Release the Flaming Camels. Okay. That's something I haven't seen. Flaming Camels against Sicilian Cavalier. How much of that bonus damage do they negate? That's a question. I've never seen that matchup. It would be interesting for sure. Lots of bonus damage though. Yeah, I just don't know. I know it's half, but I just don't know the exact number, as the Keshik are now clearing up the Cavalier, and it's a good push from Skittle, don't get me wrong, as he takes out the production buildings from Shed, but I think long term, I think Shed wins this. I think Shed wins this matchup. Keshik clearing up some of the Cavalier, but Shed has done a fantastic job pushing forward to castles, taking out the castles from, or sorry, Skittle's done a fantastic job pushing forward to castles and Trebs. On this side, TATOH with a forward castle on Robo. TATOH looks like he's thinking about another castle somewhere over here. And TATOH with Obuk clearing up the pikemen from Robo. And if Shed can't clear that stuff up from Skittle pretty quickly and get over to Robo, Robo's going to be dead. Robo is down bad on this side. And this all has to do with the sneak villager that TATOH got in there. Robo going for a defensive castle. But TATOH with a fantastic position. VILLESE, though, on the other side, also with a fantastic position. He's killed FedEx. He has basically killed FedEx. FedEx is down to 37 villagers here, and he's knocking at the door to Monos' base. And right now, Monos, with not too much to counter this. I mean, I guess you could say go into throwing Axemen, but he doesn't really have the castles to produce, and he hasn't teched into it yet either. Monos is just going to have to figure out a way to defend here and buy himself enough time until Robo is dead. Shed still hanging on. And oh my goodness, Monos has come over here. Monos has gambled everything here, folks. He saw the push from Skittle. Instead of using the Paladin to defend on his side against VILLESE and Rubenstock, he's sending the Paladin over here, and this might be exactly what Skittle needs to push into Shed's base. And look, it's working. Shed backing up against Skittle. He can't take the fight with the Keshik. He's lost all of the castles to produce his Keshik. He's going to lose his final one, so this is the only military he has. And he's abandoning everything over here. And Monos has managed to hold. Monos has managed to hold against VILLESE. So FedEx completely out of the game. But Shed will need to reboom at the back. 5 TCs all on top of each other. Robo on the way to Imperial Age. Robo is still holding, but TATOH is pushing like a madman. What a crazy game. Shed is holding the line. He's waiting for the Halberdier to get there from VILLESE. And VILLESE still hasn't managed to push into Monos' base. And here we have Barracks spamming Halberdier over here from our Sicilian players. So once again, Skittle done a really great job in the pocket position with that free boom. All of Shed's base being wiped up. All of Shed's base. That's a crazy switch from Monos. That takes some serious balls for Monos to go over there with the Paladin. When you've got that many Halberdier knocking at the door with siege behind, and your ally has already died over here, that takes some serious balls to come over on this side. And the Paladin are doing work now against VILLESE's eco. Sicilian Cavalier heading in. He smells blood in the water. He smells a lot of blood in the water. And VILLESE, with only Halberdier against Sicilian Cavalier, it will take a long time to clear this up. Rubenstock has some Cavalier of his own, just now getting the +2. Paladin is not yet on the way from him. Does have 144 vills though, so maybe be in a good position. TATOH reaching the Imperial Age. Robo still 15 seconds away, and TATOH is going to try and treb all this stuff down. Robo is just hanging on right now. An elite Obuch on the way from TATOH. Robo really doesn't have that much to counter this with. Samurai would do well against them, but he's only got 1 castle. And he's got to produce trebs with that castle. He's gone into crossbow. He's getting bracer right now. He's got 14 of them, but that's not enough. Not against the trebs, not against the elite Obuch. Meanwhile, on this side, VILLESE is still pushing in, but Monos is coming out here, and he's buying himself some time by sniping the trebuchets. And look at this. Shed, no opportunity to reboom. He's got 43 vills. He was up at 140 a couple minutes ago. And Skittle is still roaming around. He's now made his way all the way to the opposing flank to Rubenstock's eco with these Cavalier. The Sicilian Cavalier have been doing work this game. And Robo is just in absolute shambles. Robo's going to get defeated here pretty soon. He's got 1 TC in the middle. This is his hope. Look, Skittle can't get in. 23 vills. Skittle wants the castle drop this TC or something, but he can't. Robo's managed to wall him out. What a disaster here for Robo. What a disaster here for Shed as he tries to reboom. FedEx is kind of making his way back into the game too. He's going for skirms. He's doing anything he can to counter the Halberdiers. And Monos now with all the Paladins on this side is going to be clearing up VILLESE. I think it's time for VILLESE's team to maybe consider calling the game. They're going to have Robo completely out of the game. They're going to have Shed, who teched into Elite Keshik with no castles to produce. And no eco to back it up either. Robo going for another TC here with this 1 vill. Skittle still blocked off the middle from getting to Robo's eco. But retaking FedEx's base now, and they're going to have a full trade line going from one side of the map to the other. Paladin incoming from Rubenstock. He needs 2 minutes. He's got 147 villagers. So maybe that's what they're banking on right now. Larry destroyed by TATOH. Yeah, new Leary getting absolutely destroyed by TATOH here. Robo's eco is back here. He's got 5 vills. And he's got some vills over here. Don't worry, folks. Robo will not get defeated anytime soon, but VILLESE is in trouble now. As Skittle shifts into Halberdiers, and he's still got these trebs alive. He Taking everything out. Still has the random Cavaliers raiding in the eco. Shed now going into more castles. He's up at 77 vills again. So he's managed to somewhat reboom, and he's adding in some trade. And Rubenstock, 30 seconds away from Paladin, has 35 on the field. Still, there's more Paladin on the field for Monos. And he has more in the queue, too. And they're taking out the forward position from VILLESE, retaking FedEx's base. And FedEx is back to 46 villas now, adding in some trade of his own as well. And if he gets into Hufnitsa, it's just over. I think it's over anyway, as Robo goes for the super reboom in the middle, because his economy is completely dead. And now TATOH shifting over to VILLESE. Oh, this is very problematic. Very problematic. Rubenstock is going to need to defend on this side. VILLESE is going to need to defend on that side and this side. And Obuk here will mean that Halberdiers don't have that much viability. See longswords now from the Sicilians. Should just go into sergeants at this point, right? Did he get First Crusade? I feel like he didn't. Like you should just go into sergeant skill. Two-handed swordsman on the way from Skittle. Trade line attempting to make its way through. That is not the way you want to be going. And TATOH and Skittle now coming with trebs. They should probably just clear up these walls at some point. Give themselves better access. Meanwhile, on this side, Skirmisher, Paladin, some monks behind healing. We've got trebuchets as well from Monos coming in. Elite Sergeant on the way from Skittle, so he's definitely thinking about that switch. Wow, Shed playing an AoE tourney, putting Perth on the map. Oh, he's from Perth, eh? He's one of those WA boys. I see. Robo with the super reboom. It's only a matter of time, folks. It's only a matter of time before New Leary is back in the game. Obuk over here getting some decent hits against the Paladin, and that will mean they have very little armor in the next battle. They will kill the Obuk, but they're going to have very little armor against these Halberdiers and the two-handed swordsman. Chivalry now on the way from Monos. I'm surprised he didn't have that before. But he's going to continue spamming Paladin. He does not have any trade, though. So it's going to be tough for him to keep up the Paladin spam. Still, he has 58 on the field, and he's adding trade right now, so he should be fine. TATOH trying to connect the bases, finally. Monos keeping his Paladin alive once again, pulling the Halberdiers back into the Skirmishers from FedEx, and they call it GG. Fantastic play there from Team TATOH, especially TATOH, getting in with those villagers and just being such a nuisance against Robo and against Shed on the side, and then Skittle with a fantastic push down the middle with Sicilians. Really great stuff from him. Taking out the castles as well, keeping so many of those trebs alive and taking out all the production buildings from Shed. And once the castles are down, even if Keshiks match up well against Cavalier, once the castles are down and you can't produce, you can't do anything. Skittle, an absolute legend. That's the second game for TATOH. As we see the KD here, Skittle, great KD. Fantastic stuff. And lots of military on the field too. VILLESE killing FedEx, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter because Robo was dying and Skittle was, or not Skittle, sorry, Shed was dying on the other side too. Shed with the not a very impressive KD. Very unfortunate for him. And a lot of those were the villagers he lost when the push finally came in. Eco, best eco for Skittle with that free boom behind. Did a really great job. And TATOH taking that game 3. So they were down 1-0. They've come back. They've won 2 in a row. And we'll see if they can take the series here or if VILLESE's team can make it competitive. Let's look at the civs that they used. Let's see. Wins for Sicilians. wins for Bohemians, win for Poles, and win for Franks, and then loss for Spanish, Japanese, Tatars, and Ethiopians. So we're probably going to see Mongols, Turks, Huns, and Portuguese, maybe, in the next game. Maybe Incas or Malians, who knows? I think, honestly, I think the mistake there for Team Robo was Robo letting those 2 TATOH villagers in. I don't think you ever do that. That was such a mistake. You saw how much effort he put into killing those, and it was so easy to stop them coming in. Oh, Koreans are still there. Yeah, I guess Koreans would be great. Sorry, I didn't even notice they were there. And then on the other side, I would think Teutons, Italians, Khmer, and or maybe Teutons, Italians, Goths, and who do you go for the other flank civ? If you have Goths and Teutons in the middle, who's your other flank civ? Definitely Chinese. I don't know if you want Chinese on a flank, my friend. What civs are used if it goes to 5th game? It's free pick. Free pick, no repeat. Mr. H, thank you for the 8-month. Nimino, thank you for the 15. Venny, thank you for the $5, my friend. And Wishy Washy, or Wishy Was Wobbles, thank you for the 3 months, dude. Welcome back. Burmese villagers for flanks are nice. Burmese villagers for flanks. I mean, Burmese are nice for the Halbs later on, and they have a good monk tech tree. Oh, sorry, mixed up with Berbers. Yeah, I was like, dude, I was racking my brain, bro. I was like, wait, what? Burmese villagers? Is there something is there a patch I missed? Why is this back? Blame Canuck, Havoc. Blame Canuck. Havoc, thank you for the 16 months as well. Alien, please? Yeah. Actually, I'm growing to like that emote. Mongols, Turks, Koreans, Portuguese. Yeah, I guess if you have Koreans in the pocket. You could also go Koreans on the flank. You could go Koreans on one flank, Turks on another flank, Huns and Mongols in the pocket. Kato's team should save Teutons for last game. Well, this is the last game where you pick your draft civilizations. Because game 5 is pick civs, no repeat. All right, we got 47 seconds. Inca villagers would have been insane with Rubenstock flank. Yeah, but it's like, what do you do with them? We saw a good Inca performance from, I forget who it was. Late game with like 25 trebs and Cameox, but took him a while to get into that composition. What do you think it would be more interesting if you could only pick civs from your opponent's draft list in game 5? Ugh. That makes the draft so complicated, though. Okay, same teams once again. So for once, I don't have to change capture age. And unfortunately, I have to pause the song, and let's get into the next game. And they have gone for the Huns, Turks, Mongols, Koreans. It's going to be Khmer, Teutons, Italians, and Indians for the other civ, or for the other team. Here we are. Here we are. Game number 4. Team TATOH is up 2-1 over Team VILLESE. And it looks like we've had a greener map in general. No snow involved on this one. And we've got Shed over here as the Turks. And he's going to be matching up against FedEx as the Indians. And for once, Shed is on the flank and Robo is playing as the pocket position. So they've changed it up a little bit on this side. And Shed won't be Robo's pocket. This is actually a big change. We haven't seen this yet. As Shed manages to get the forward walls down right away. And no villager shenanigans, finally, for FedEx early on. As he tries to chop through here, but Shed is on top of that, and FedEx will not be able to get in. He's trying to make something happen over there. Meanwhile, on this side, classic matchup, TATOH against Rubenstock, two of the most annoying villager, or players with sneak villagers. I guess they're annoying villagers, too. TATOH playing as the Italians, and Rubenstock playing as the Koreans. Koreans feel pretty good against Italians. I mean, Genoese Expo, good matchup against War Wagons, but Koreans could always go into SO and towers. Italians can go into bombard cannons, but still, Koreans feel like they're a little bit better here in this matchup. Meanwhile, in the pockets, we have Skittle playing as the Teutons. Great pocket civilization. We've seen Skittle do some serious damage in that pocket position. And Mono is playing as Khmer, which is also a decent pocket civilization. Forward wall here from Shed, so he's going to secure this early. And I think Shed's team, or VILLESE's team, has the better civs for late game matchup here. And I think they want to wall off, make sure everything is secure, and just get to Imperial Age, let the Mangudai carry the way. Let the Huns go into Paladin. Let the Turks get their bombard cannons up. And let the Koreans have their SO. Okay, TATOH going forward with some walls over here. And VILLESE playing as the Mongols. Strongest player on the strongest civ on BF. And Robo, of course, playing as the Huns here in the middle. Does Robo have any extra boars? He does. So he should have a decent boom. He doesn't have a pond. Which is something you probably want to see with the Huns. But nope, not really many pawns on this map, and he's probably just going to utilize the extra boars to get some extra food. There are 2 pawns for TATOH's team. There's one over here, and then, of course, one over here for FedEx, but it looks like Monos is going to be taking advantage of this pawn instead. Why TATOH and Ruben don't wall? Well, TATOH's coming up here to wall early. This is just a big gap, right? They don't want to get involved in early villager fights. They both have decent civs. And they've gotten crazy the last few games, so maybe they want to break at some point. Is Robo actually pushing in deer for Shed? What a nice guy. What a nice guy. He's pushing in deer for his flank. You really love to see it. And he's failing. This is great. And now he's given up. Don't worry, mate. I'll push in deer, mate. Oi, mate. And, yeah, he's just going to give up. Yep. Toss some shrimp on the Barbie and forget about the venison, I suppose. That's a signature raw tonight. Deer push right there. All right. It's going to be a boomy game. There's still one area that's open. Still one area that's open at the middle here. And that's it. As Robo tries to deal with this tiger, and he's going to have to send this villager back, but he is going to come out here and take these 3 boars. So basically, the way the pawns work for restarts, guys, as VILLESE is here with a villager thinking about taking these boars back, is it has to be an advantage of 3 pawns for one team. So if it's 4 pawns to 1, I think they restart. But if it's 2 pawns to 0, then they don't. Or if it's 3 pawns to 0, then they restart. You know what I mean. Tiger was the snow leopard. Well, that's nice. Could have been a snow tiger. Could have been a tiger pretending to be a snow leopard. You never know. As VILLESE gets these 3 boars in, and remember, he's playing as the Mongols. So this is going to be really nice for him to have all this extra food. And look at him. He's going up 23 population. And he's going to have so much food in the bank. He's going to have enough gold. And he's going to click up to Castle Age with 25. So it's 23 plus 2. Go up to Castle Age. And he's going to have a pretty outrageous boom going on. Think he killed one with the TC? No. He's got all 3 of them. All 3 of them, folks. VILLESE is a pro. He is never going to kill one with a TC. Never, ever, ever. Ever, ever. Just keep an eye on his food count, though, because it's gonna get ridiculous here. With only 8 villagers on food. Alright, boars coming in from TATOH. Everyone utilizing the extra boars. And TATOH actually going for a tower on this side. Rubenstock with 2 layers of wall behind. Baits out the arrow fire from this tower, and he's adding more layers of wall behind this too. So great job from Rubenstock when TATOH wasn't paying attention to get these walls down behind this and distract the tower fire for sure. So TATOH is going to have a lot of idle villager time garrison in this tower and attacking through here, as TATOH is now going for archers to support this. But TATOH also needs to spend wood on fishing ships, so I'm not 100% sure on this push. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got men-at-arms incoming from FedEx. But stone walls are going to be behind here from Shed. So Shed is not playing around, and he's going for a counter tower too. Unfortunate to lose the 1 villager there. But he is not underreacting to this at all. He's going to stall this out as soon as he can. Shed is only at 19 vills? Wait a second, what? What happened? Tell me your story, Shed. Did you lose more vills? He's only lost 1, and he's at 20 vills right now. Idle TC time for Shed. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. What is happening? What is happening for Shed here? How do you have 2 minutes of idle TC time with food under your TC? He walled far away, sure. But still, that's a lot of idle TC time. That is a lot of idle TC time, as VILLESE and Robo are both on the way to castle now. Because he never got that deer pushed in. Yes, let us blame Robo for that. Let us blame Robo for the failed deer push. FedEx had 1 minute? Yeah, but FedEx is going for men-at-arm push. As Shed now brings in this this boar on this side, and Shed needs to be really careful with these villas. They're very low. If he gets near that tower, these could go down. And Robo's doing a good job now. Now he's being a helpful ally. And here comes the castle age for him. VILLESE, 23 plus 2. So 25 click up when he went to the castle age. And he's immediately going for 3 extra TCs. This is the Mongol boom right here. Not only do they have arguably the best late game composition for BF, they also have one of the best early eco boosts if you get those extra boars in. With that hunting speed. So VILLESE is going to have an absolutely insane boom. Robo going for 2 extra TCs with the Huns. Shed managing to defend on this side. Shed still at only 26 vills. We got 31 here for FedEx. And FedEx is actually kind of housed at the moment. And he's going, okay, he's going for wheelbarrow. He should be fine. And FedEx, resources looking okay. He can buy himself some food and maybe click up to the next stage. Meanwhile, Shed, resources not looking as good, and he's going to be slower to the castle age as well, as he goes for more walls behind here. On this side, Rubenstock is fully walled. Stone walls behind here as well. Stone walls behind Shed's palisade walls too, so no area for TATOH to get in on this side. Why is nobody ever making an enclosure for lured boars? I'd love to see a little zoo on BF. Well, I'm sure there are tens of thousands of players making an enclosure for their boars. They're just not in the $10,000 tournament. What happened there? Was that a villager going down? I heard a vill going down. Where was that? I heard, on the wall. So Shed might have lost another vill there. Okay, maybe a lost vill here for FedEx if he's not careful. He's microing to make an outpost. This is a dedicated villager right here. And he retreats. And now there's mangonel pressure from the pocket player, Monos. And Shed is just now up to the castle age. Robo is going to need to help him. And Robo has a siege workshop. So he's going to have mangonels behind the walls. And Shed, when he gets up, he can choose to go for fortified wall as well. And he might be fine over on this side. Rubenstock, 30 seconds away from castle age. TATOH, still a minute and 10 seconds away. Remember, TATOH is playing as Italian, so he has the option, if he wants to go up to Imperial Age a little bit faster, and it looks like that may be the case, as he's on stone right now with 10. He goes for a forward castle and then a faster Imperial Age. They could bust in here, and Skittle has 4 TC boom behind this. Mongols, as good as the Magadai are and as good as their early boom is, it still takes time to get into those fully tanked Magadai. And you can take advantage of that time window if you're in fast enough. VILLESE, though, with 57 villagers. We're not even at 20 minutes. My man has 60 villagers at 20 minutes into the game with no pond. Very good boom here for VILLESE. As Robo continues to micro on this side, he manages to take out a Mangonel from FedEx. And there's the castle from Shed. So they're going to try and hold this hill on this side. This is really good from VILLESE. Great boom. You can see he's already 5 vills ahead of the Teutons player on the other side. TATOH, where is the castle here? It's almost got enough. And he's going for more pawns over here, too. Italian fishing ship's a little bit cheaper. The food eco is going to be looking pretty nice for him. How is Monos outbooming Robo so hard along with the push? Well, Monos, remember, Monos had the fishing ships, right? Monos had the pawn. Robo had no access to the pawn. So that's going to help a lot, but villager count's still fairly even between the two. And Robo is going for mangonels of his own, too. And Monos is Khmer, which is a bit better of a booming civ than Huns. So there's a lot of reasons there. There's the castle from TATOH. And TATOH, once this castle is up, should be able to click up to Imperial Age. We've got automatic guard tower for Rubenstock playing against the Koreans. Rubenstock with the 4 TC boom behind. So if Rubenstock gets like fortified wall and stalls out against TATOH, they can definitely make the hold happen here on the northern flank. Janissary is now pushing around to this side from Shed. Nothing doing over here as we've got houses, an outpost, and stone walls, though, from Monos. So he should be fine. How do Genoese do versus Warwagon? They do pretty good. But remember, Koreans can always mix in onager, right? And then Italians go for bomber cannon. But then you're thinking about the pocket players. And Mongols is a better pocket civilization than Teutons is. Teutons are very good, don't get me wrong. But Mongols have Magadai, and they've got all those siege options to go for as well. All right, Mangonel's pushing in. Walls coming up behind from Monos. Yeah, the pawn disparity is the way it is, guys. The players are fine with it, and if the players are fine with it, you should be fine with it, honestly. It is the way it is. TATOH now going for petards, but Rubenstock knows what's happening. He's going for extra walls. Would love to see University. There it is. Would love to see fortified wall. TATOH is already on the way up to Imperial Age. So is Yellow, and VILLESE has just clicked with 106 villagers. Push happening here from Shed, but stone wall's behind from Monos. He is going to be able to cut off this one stone. Monos now going for a tower to defend. And Monos going for Mangonels. Monos can always make Scorpions too with the extra range, which could be pretty nice here. Robo's boom is falling a little bit far behind. He's gone for the 4 TC approach. Doesn't have a pond. But he's clicked up to Imp now, so he's okay. And with Huns, not having to build houses, you should be able to spam out Paladins pretty quickly. As Shed is now going for a castle forward. Shed, Robo, be very careful here. Don't attack those walls as Shed is trying to build his foundation. Okay, we should be fine now. We should be okay now, chat. Not sure how they can stop the Maskimer Scorps. I don't know if it would... I don't know about a Scorpion composition for Khmer. Right? All you need is a couple Mangudai to come over, or Bombard Cannons from the Turks. Going Scorpions against Turks, it seems like a bit of a mistake, but that's a big shot from Monos there. Didn't kill all the Mangonels. Robo's aware of it now, and Robo loses another Mangonel, but Mono's not in a position to deny this castle. Shed is getting the Janissaries killed by the tower, though, and he can't escape. He has to wait for the castle to go up. Look, he's like, come on. Faster. I'm losing Jans here. I can't hide there. Can I hide over? Oh, my God. This tower just has the most range I've ever seen. Loses all the Janissaries. He got himself stuck here. And he saves one. He saves exactly one. Meanwhile, on this side, TATOH is in. TATOH has busted through the walls. Looks like Rubenstock re-walled behind here, which is fantastic. And TATOH is here with the Genoese Expo. Genoese Expo do decent against Mangudai, but Mangudai still win at the end of the day. It is such a good unit. Once you get all the upgrades, Elite Mangudai will win against Genoese Expo. Especially with the Siege Onagers to back them up. There's another castle from VILLESE. He's already got 2 up at home. Siege Onager on the way for Martutin's player. Genoese Expo going down. And TATOH is still only on 1 TC, but remember, he does have the fishing ships. He's got 20 of them behind this. On this side, Castle's still pressuring, but here's the Treb already from Skittle. Elite Mangudai on the way from VILLESE, and Robo is going into Cavalier now, so Robo's going to start Cavalier production pretty soon, and he's already adding trade. And he's almost got the res to go into Paladin too once that's complete. The composition here for Team VILLESE is going to be really brutal. I guess the only question is, how do they deal with the elephants from Khmer? How do they deal with that as the cut is incoming from Skittle? They're going to need some halberdiers, but the halberdiers are going to be canceled out by the cav archers from the Indians. They just need to hold against this and let the Mangudai do the work on this side. How will Imp Camel do? That's a good question. How does Imp Camel do against Elite Battle Elephant? Or I guess Imp Camel is on this team, so that's a redundant question. It's a stupid question. It's an idiotic question. Camels are better than elephant 1000%? Really? Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're totally welcome. All right, Rubenstock. Almost an imp. We've got Ironclad even coming in from our Teuton's player. He's going to have a little bit of extra armor on these Siege Onagers. And the outpost is a little bit too late there for Rubenstock, but they know this is coming. Robo building up Cavalier, soon to be Paladin. Elite Mangudai are here. The Cav Archers are coming through for FedEx. But Indian Cav Archers really don't have any bonuses. They just have a full tech tree, and it's not really the best unit in the world, especially up against Magadai and up against Onager and Paladin. How's Shed doing over on this side? Shed is still Castle Age, and Shed is only at 61 vills. So Shed's eco not looking too hot, to be honest. Imp Camel is one of the strongest endgame units and easily crushes battle elephants and Persian war elephants in Lake... No, you're high. You're absolutely high if you think they kill Persian war elephants. You are so high. Where did you purchase that drug that you're ingesting? I want some. What universe are you living in? I want some. Good micro here from VILLESE. Sniping down the elephants. Avoiding that onager shop. The elephants do get the onagers there, and now VILLESE microing these down, but some good shots there from Skittle. And the Cav Archers clearing this stuff up behind. Better question is whether it's good value. I don't think it is, though, because elephants get splash damage. I don't think it would even be cost effective in large groups. But that's a question for another day, as we have the Genoese Expo pushing in now. VILLESE, remember, he's got these onagers, so TATOH's going to have some very intricate micro here as the Paladins are trapped in this little choke point. That's a good trap there from Monos and from FedEx. But remember, Shed is still part of this game, and Shed is on the way to Imperial Age, so all Robo needs to do is buy his teammate enough time, and then Shed can start the push here against the Indians with the Bombard Towers and with the Bombard Cannons. And the Indians are going to struggle against Turks there. Robo's walls are iconic. Well, it's Shed's walls this time, not Robo's walls. Remember, Robo is playing as the pocket player here. Here we go. Genoese Expo, Siege Onager, Heavy Cav Archer, and Elephant. Are they enough to stop the Mongols? It's a good question. Because I feel like if VILLESE is just a couple shots away from winning these fights. But he is losing some Magadai here. And he simply falls back to this area. And now Skittle will launch his way through here. Where is Rubenstock as well? That's another great question. Is Rubenstock pushing on this side? Rubenstock going forward with towers, with Trebs. He's only got Halbs at the moment. And the Halbs are here to deal with the elephants. Robo is coming forward with the Paladins to snipe the Siege Onagers. They're a little bit tankier than normal Siege Onagers against the units because of Ironclad, but still, they're keeping the Magadai back. Moonwalking Siege Onager. Did you guys see that? Oh my god. And now Knights from Monos. So he's made the switch. Or maybe the Knights were from before. I don't know why he has 5 Knights, but they're heading in. They're heading into the eco. Did Ruben get Yuxiong? No. He has fletching. My man's got fletching, folks. TATOH now going forward with a castle here. They're holding this middle area, but they can't push in. And now Shed is in Imperial Age. Shed with 93 villagers. Shed gets instant chemistry with Turks, and Shed is adding in trade. Still slow trade, but he's adding it in. And he's still not making military. Would love to see Bombard Tower come in from him. Would love to see Bombard Cannons from him as well. And there's Bombard Tower right there. Does Mongol player have drill? I don't think he... Yes, I think he does. Oh my god. Oh! FedEx, you need to run! FedEx, you need to run, my friend! Oh, what a huge shot from VILLESE. VILLESE was probably licking his lips thinking about that as he saw the Cav Archers run into that choke point. Oh, FedEx had nowhere to go. The elephants are in on this side as Shed goes for more walls over here. Robo over here with some Paladin, and there's Halberdiers here, so this elephant should be cleared up. And now the choke point is being monitored here by VILLESE. Meanwhile, on this side, though, Robo is in. VILLESE, his team, Rubenstock, has managed to cut in here, and Robo's in with the Paladin. If he gets back into the wood line here, he could seriously kill TATOH Zico. Remember, TATOH still only on 1 TC for a very long time. Does have the fishing ships and does have the elite Genoese Expo to try and deal with these Paladin. He's done a good job to wall in these villas, to be honest. It's like a quarter of his villager count over there on the wood line. All right. FedEx in again. FedEx, like the Cav Archers aren't working. At some point, you got to realize the Cav Archers just are doing nothing. They are just doing absolutely nothing. Maybe Elephant Archers would have been a better play here. They can't push in at all. Game is going in slow motion here too. As Rubenstock now goes for Siege Onager of his own. Is this game lagging or is it the Spectator? It's the Spectator, my friend. We'll pause it for a second. We'll see what's good, and we'll resume. Looks like it's going a little bit faster now. Tons of Magadai on the field. 47 Magadai for VILLESE. He's not queuing up anymore, though. He's just going for Siege Onagers at the moment. And we've got lots of walls here from Shed. Lots of walls from Shed. Tried to even wall the middle here. Nothing doing. Still the push through the middle. It's really the only push this game. Rubenstock kind of stalled out over here. Robo trying to go in once again to snipe these Siege Onagers. Elephant Archers can actually be good versus this composition. Yeah, I think the late game in BF for Indians is basically just Elephant Archers. Or Imperial Camels. Cav Archers, I think maybe there was a window where they were viable, but they're not right now. They're not. All it takes is a couple Siege Onager shots, and I think we might see him again. FedEx is really... Like, let's look at FedEx's KD. It's 90 to 57, so it's okay. But he's not really doing much with these. And he's about to lose more to Siege Onager shots here. Actually just keep it on the KD screen there for a second. VILLESE pushing in with more. He's losing some Magadai though. The SO is losing a lot of Magadai there to the SO, and he loses an SO to that shot too. But Robo, Rubenstock, VILLESE all pushing back on this side. My question is, what is Shed up to? Shed is adding in trade, and I think Shed might be going the route of just making Bombard Towers, which he's doing right now, and then maybe even slinging his allies. Maybe it's a no military sort of game for Shed. Maybe Bomber Cannons if he really wants to. Just walls, Bomber Towers, and sling. Once you get the trade set up. Oh my god. Oh, VILLESE. Oh, look for the big shots, and there they are. Oh my goodness, FedEx. We saw the KD. It was positive. It's still positive, but it's getting awfully close to being in the red here. Tons of trebs for Rubenstock. Meanwhile, on this side, I mean, he's got the towers here. He's got Yupseong now. 8+5 range on those bad boys. So it's going to be really tough for TATOH to push on that side. TATOH now coming over with Genoese Expo. But every time he gets near the SO, he needs to fall back. And this is why Indians are kind of not a top tier civilization on BF, right? Because you can go into the Elephant Archers, which is probably their best composition, but Elephant Archers kind of get rocked by SO. Cav Archers get rocked by SO. Imperial Camels will die to the Halberdiers. And it's really tough to push in through a choke point with them. So it's like, what do Indians really do? Do you go for a bomber cannon, hand cannon push on some side? We've seen that work before. But there's nothing that is fantastic with them. VILLESE army kind of low. Yeah, he's queuing up more Magadai now. He went really heavy into the SO, and he got some big shots. As we can see reflected by the KD there. But he's queuing up more Magadai now. I think he was just buying time for Shed to get all these bomber cannons set up. What about Ballista Elephant for Commerce? Well, Ballista Elephant get rocked by the SO, and they get killed by the Magadai too. So I think the elephants are probably good Because you need some sort of melee unit in front. Meanwhile, on this side. Oh, that's a good raid from Robo. That's fantastic stuff from Robo. Look at how many SO just went down there. From like 6 Paladin. That is some great value there from Robo. That's a fantastic find from him. So many SO dying on this side. That's a huge investment from Skittle. That is a momentum killer if I've ever seen one. And there's no push happening in the middle here from Team TATOH. Meanwhile, over here, Shed trying to go forward a little bit with some bomber towers. That's not working. Intercepted by the elephants over there from Monos. And there's a cut. It is elephant archers. It is elephant archers now from FedEx as he's trying for the cut, but iconic walls here from the Aussies. Iconic walls, okay? Now, IRL, they're walled in by an ocean and a lot of sharks and stuff. But as soon as they get into a land-based scenario, they want to have a lot of layers of wall and bombard towers in between them and the enemies. Okay, if they can't have venomous creatures or things with lots of teeth, they're going for walls. All right, lots of Genoese Expo now from TATOH. But remember, it's only a matter of time before the Siege Onagers come out from either the Mongols or from the Koreans. And the Genoese Expo will need to retreat once again. And here comes Robo again in here with the Paladin. His army numbers are quite low. He's got a lot of trade, but he's done a fantastic job sniping the Siege Onagers. Robo knows exactly what he needs to do in this situation, which is run in, snipe the Siege, and maybe get into the eco. Looks like a 2-hour game. No, I think the push is going to be pretty brutal here from Team VILLESE. The civs are just so nice for them. I think we might be going into a game 5 here pretty soon. Like, look at this. VILLESE is just getting close with the SO. And remember the number of Genoese Expo that TATOH had. That's going to be a lot less pretty soon, as he needs to back up once again. Good number of Trebs behind here. And Shed doing a fantastic job pushing in behind the units with the bomber towers, so that once they push up to this position, they can secure it and deny the pushback, the counter attack from Team TATOH. Genoese Expo dying again. He's down to 40 now. TATOH getting hit over here as well. The Paladin are still killing Siege on this side, and Shed is managing to hold over here against the Elephant Archers from FedEx. Maybe needs some SO, though. Maybe you should ask Rubenstock or VILLESE to just set up one Siege Workshop over here. I think would be great. Robo's coming over here with Paladin, which is good. The Bomber Towers are going up. But, yeah, Rubenstock coming over here now with Siege Workshops, so that should be fine. Can you check how many Bomber Towers Shed has? All right, let's zoom out fully. Let's double click. He's got 36 Bomber Towers. So Shed's doing a pretty good job. And 89 trade carts. You can tell how much gold they require. Let's check his resources. It's not just gold for the bomber towers, but you also have to buy stone, right? You can see him buying stone. The price is getting, it's 250 gold per 100 stone. So it's getting up there. All right. Here comes FedEx. He's going to try and get into the trade here. Robo is there with Paladin. We need SO. We need SO coming this way. I don't see any of them. Rubenstock is not yet here with his villagers. But there are bomber towers here. And all Robo needs to do is clear up the siege rams until the SO arrive. All right, elephants for Monos, trying to clear up the siege, but the halberdiers are there from Rubenstock. The Magadai are here. The siege onagers are here. The elephants might be able to clear up a Treb. No! Oh my god, the elephants just melt. The elephants completely melt against this composition. Lots of SO now coming from Skittle. He's hoping for some big shots. VILLESE is going to be here with Magadai, though. He might be able to take out a few Trebs. But those will be replaced. And meanwhile, over here, The Elephant Archers are kind of stalled out on this side, and more Bombard Towers coming up from Shed. Robo just needs to be here with Paladin, which he is. Clear up the Siege Rams, and you're good. Do you guys remember in Age of Kings when Bombard Towers did melee damage against Rams? I'm so glad they removed that. That is just kind of busted, honestly. Are the L's even doing anything worthwhile? Well, you just reached the point where these civs are unfortunate, right? What else can the Khmer do here? Good snipes there from Rubenstock, taking out the Trebs from TATOH. The push is on over here from TATOH's team, but Elephant Archer's kind of trapped in this side now. I remember when the opening Eagle was a full-on Eagle Warrior. Yep. That's why it was never used in Castle Age. And look at this. FedEx, he's trying to make something happen here, folks. He's gone for Onager as the Indians. He's going to cut his way through here towards the trade. Shed, though. Listen, all right? Listen. You're not getting through. That's what Shed's saying. I know what you're planning. I know what you're thinking. But you're not getting through. Once I'm done this tower, I'm going to start working on these walls. And you're not getting through here. And even VILLESE is setting up siege workshops behind for the SO. And TATOH coming in once again with these Genoese Expo. Team TATOH has done a great job here to hold on against the push with what I would say were inferior civilizations. But it just feels like there's really nothing they can do. Maybe FedEx can make something happen. There's a lot of trade here. He can still sit here. Like, he can sit here and snipe trade. Just sit in this little nook here. Until the SO arrive, anyway. He's got a couple minutes. Until one SO arrives. And then he's in trouble. Yeah. He's got a few more seconds here, folks. Just a couple more seconds. And we're going to wait for it. He is killing trade. That's good. Robo can't reach him with the Paladin. Robo is trying... So what Robo's doing right now, even though he can't reach him and they don't want to delete the wall, is he's trying to tank the shots from these Elephant Archers and save his trade cards. Bomber Tower is still doing work over here. Shed's got so many of them. Robo's now surrounded these Elephant Archers. I think this is a mistake here to delete the walls. SO are on the way out, and there's an SO right there. And FedEx, yeah, he's not able to leave. And never mind, it's not a mistake. Oh my god. Oh, they're stuck. They're stuck. Oh, jeez. What a disaster. What an absolute disaster there. Oh, the humanity as the Elephant Archers die. Meanwhile, on this side, looks like some Genoese Expo just died. The push is still happening. Or attempting to happen anyway. As VILLESE is defending on this side now. And Robo and Shed are pushing back over here. I think Robo just got... What tech did... Robo just got Marauders. So Robo's interested in maybe Tarkans. Tarkans would be really good against Elite Elephant Archer. Tarkans have a little bit more Pierce armor than Paladins. They'd be worse against Battle Elephant, but there's not too many Battle Elephants here. Push is still happening over here. VILLESE, though, with 60 trade cards, so his eco is looking good. He can keep spamming Magadai and Siege. He's not making any more Magadai. He's perfectly content with 25. And look at this. They're still trying to make something happen, and now it's Rubenstock's turn to say, no, 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 no. No, I see what you're trying to do here, and I don't like it. As he goes for the Korean towers on this side. FedEx completely stalled out over here. Shed going for increasingly more forward Bombard Towers, and the stone price is now up to 380 gold per 100. Just GG? Well, I mean, they fought them to a stalemate in the middle, right? They fought them to a stalemate, and right now, or up to now, rather, it's been TATOH's team trying to take the initiative, not VILLESE's team. So, I mean, you don't really GG in this situation, right? It's not over till it's over, exactly. It's not over till the fat lady sings. And I don't see Moomy singing anytime soon. Shed is the hero we need. Shed is something else, that's for sure. Shed is something else. My man has 123 trade cards with 9 more queued up and 69 villagers. My dude is full-on Bombard Tower spam. And look at this. Look at this push over here. Moomy just with the Sag. I'm sorry, Moomy. Here's Shed. Pushing in. 4 villagers. I would send like all 69 villagers over here. Robo's sending Paladin though. As VILLESE continues to push in and even kills his own allies' units. They're of course holding over here. They're trying to push in over here. We got walls coming up from the Khmer player. Looks like another push being attempted over here from Skittle. He signaled for TATOH, but there's lots of keeps on this side from Rubenstock. So that push is going to be really difficult. Now Robo is over here with VILLESE, with Shed. They're pushing in the middle here too. TATOH, it's only a matter of time before he runs into more Siege Onager shots. More Magadite now from VILLESE. His numbers were getting pretty low there for a second, but FedEx coming over here with Elephant Archers. Needs to be careful. FedEx. FedEx. FedEx, no. FedEx, not again. FedEx, stop. FedEx, you need to stop. Okay, he gets out. He's still alive. He's still alive, folks. They're very tanky. They're big boys, okay? Keep going. Only 3 died. Yeah, they're very tanky. They're okay. They're okay. And those 3 that died live on a farm now. They're fine. The elephants are okay, chat. And the elephant archers keep pushing. More Siege Onagers coming from our Teuton player. He's got 15 in the queue. Skittle realizes the Paladins here won't accomplish much. He needs all of his resources going into Siege. And he needs to be the Siege player for his team. And he's got 30 Siege Onagers with 9 in the queue right now. Alright, push continues. Shed adding Bombard Towers. I mean, harder and harder and harder for FedEx's team to push back on this side. With all these Bombard Towers in place. Architecture even coming from Shed. And Siege Onagers pushing in from VILLESE. Soon this map is just going to be completely wide open. We've had about 7 attempted cuts so far. And they're going to keep attempting to cut through the wood lines. I think VILLESE's team is fine as long as they have Bombard Towers set up if there's like no choke points and no wood left on the map. Because they'll have Bombard Towers everywhere and they can simply run into the economy from the other side. Shed going for 150 trade cards. Yeah, my man has 140 trade cards. I want to see the trade gold at the end of this. Still buying stone, by the way. And now he's got some bombard cannons as well. These have artillery, so they have the extra range. And the trade is right down here. So still a ways to go. There's still castles in between. There's still elephants in between. But it's a slow and steady push on this side. A slow and steady push in the middle. And the pushback from TATOH's team is just not happening. They've been trying to push here forever. And now they're even going to cut through to the other cut. It's getting very intricate now. The angles they need to take these fights. Market stone price is insane. Yeah, Shed is buying stone for 515 gold. 515 gold he's buying stone for as TATOH gets rocked by some more Siege Onager shots on this side. Game is going to end on wood control? I don't think so. That would be funny, though. Very tiring for me. All right, Shed momentarily getting his villagers killed, but the castles are falling one by one. Elephants will come in, and these elephants are not enough to clear this up. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. It's been a great series of games today, and we're not done yet because I think VILLESE is going to tie this one up. As we have 147 trade cards now from Blue. That is the most trade cards I think I've ever seen in a 200 pop game. That's a lot. Shed is a hero. Ruben has 2k stone. Yeah, send some of that to Shed, my man. Well, I guess he needs it. Look at this hold from Ruben over here as TATOH clear cuts the entire forest. He needs space. He needs space, chat. And the push is attempting to happen. FedEx even coming all the way over here. Now he has to deal with Korean siege onagers. And yeah, he's running away. He doesn't want, he has nightmares about that, but all the SO are dead except one. Still, there's only one Treb here. TATOH bringing another one, and he's going to start slowly working on these towers. And now Robo's over here with Paladin to snipe the siege when he can. On this side, Shed still going for bombard towers. And yeah, there's another clear cut in the middle. The cut to the other cut didn't work, so they're going to cut through the cut to form a cut into the middle. And here come the siege rams for VILLESE. Lots of SO ready from Skittle. Remember, he's an SO fiend. He's got 32 of his own. 21 SO for Rubenstock. And 7 for VILLESE. As the army comes through this way now. Rubenstock clears everything, but that's a big shot from Skittle. I love when a big SO shot comes in and you're kind of like, is this going to crash my game? Because my game is definitely thinking about crashing with some of these. When it like momentarily pauses, I have a little panic attack. It used to happen, guys. If you had it selected, it used to happen. Look at this walling from Rubenstock. So annoying. Brief break from TATOH on the pressure, and Rubenstock walls in front of all the towers. SO coming over to try and kill the elephant archers. And he's not going to... Oh! Actually a decent shot there. FedEx needs to back up and heal up a little bit, maybe. Shed. Decent number of bombard cannons now, and so many bombard towers from him. The castles will fall so quickly. Robo is here in support with the paladins, and there's no battle elephants to push the paladins away this time. And you know Shed will be adding in even more bombard towers behind this. Stone price is now up to 587 gold per 100 stone. Absolutely crazy, and there's the trade. And all it takes is for Shed to get bombard towers here, and this trade is completely cut off. And remember, VILLESE is still pushing in the middle. So they're almost into the trade here, and they're almost into the trade here. Two different pushes. Think they should probably think about cutting down in the back here, but I mean, that'll only buy him so much time. Meanwhile, the push up here from TATOH is doing a good job keeping the pressure on, but Rubenstock able to defend with like a quarter of his army on this side, so it should be fine. FedEx now looking for an opportunity over here with the elephant archers. He's been searching for a place where he's needed with those elephant archers the entire game. He just hasn't found it. Shed's team probably yelling at him, snipe these with the bombard towers. Snipe the siege onagers, but he's got so much to do, especially on this side. He's not doing that at the moment as he tries to take out another castle. See, Imp Camel's now in from FedEx. He's just trying all of his different units and nothing's working. He's now got bombard cannons trying to take these out. The bombard cannons, I believe, are the same range, though, as the bombard towers of Turks. So, yeah, those aren't really working that well. TATOH trying to push in once again. TATOH now going for bomber towers of his own, but the villagers get wiped up. And 2 of the bomber cannons do too. It's an excellent defense over here from Rubenstock while he's doing other things, by the way. Elephant archers coming in and they're dying. VILLESE with huge military in the middle. Just ready to go as soon as those elephant archers are cleared. And Shed, 159 trade carts is where he maxed out. He's going to have 10 bomber cannons, only 31 villagers, but a lot of bombard towers. And now it's up to 629 gold per 100 stone. We zoom out and see how many bombard towers this man has. 83 bombard towers on the field. I think it's time to call it. I think it's time to call it for Team TATOH. Push is kind of happening here. Skittle. A lot of siege onagers. Skittle now going into the militia spam. Is that a misclick? He's not getting men at arm. My man is drushing. Okay? Skittle is drushing now. Elephant archers dying. TATOH trying to make something work, but once again, SO with the towers, such a good counter to the Italians. All they can make is bombard cannon, but the towers actually have the same range as the bombard cannon. Imagine being up against Turks and Koreans. It's just absolutely brutal on both sides. FedEx now going into Imp Camel. FedEx still has Cav archers. He's queuing up elephant archers, bombard cannons. He's got no answer whatsoever. And here are the paladins from Robo. 67 paladins on the field now from Robo. Lots of gold in the bank too. Take a look at the KD real quick. It's looking pretty good for Shed and VILLESE. FedEx actually has a positive KD. I'm surprised. But I guess the elephant archers are super tanky, right? Takes a while for them to die. Yeah, Monos' KD is not looking great. That's for sure. The elephants have been dying pretty hard here against everything. Mostly against Bombard Tower. FedEx trying to snipe the Bombard cannons. He's going to whittle down the numbers a little bit. But we all know that Shed has a ton of gold. He's got a ton of gold to spend. Losing those Bombard cannons, not the biggest deal in the world. Good shot from TATOH to clear those up. He's got some condos over here. Still fighting back. VILLESE still stalled out in the middle here. Rubenstock now heading over with some more siege to try and get it done. And VILLESE going for siege workshops over on this side now. They've managed to hold. They've held somehow. Now, I don't think they can push this back, but they managed to hold. Is there actually anything TATOH's team can do? I don't think so. Maybe hope TATOH gets in on this side into the trade. If TATOH gets a massive raid and kills most of the trade, they might be able to do something. But they're still going to have to kill all of these bombard towers. That's the problem, right? Skittle is doing a great job with the siege onagers. He's the one that's been holding in the middle here with the constant SO spam, but he just can't push back. Just cannot push back, and they're losing little by little. One step at a time on this side. FedEx now falling back. More elephants coming from Monos. He's kept the elephant number up there, but they just die as soon as they get to the front. The bomber towers are ripping them. I would love to see Shed get some cannon galleons in this pond too. I think that would be great. More cannons here from FedEx. He's going to snipe the cannons from Shed. FedEx is just desperately holding. He's doing whatever he can the entire game. whatever he can. TATOH's still pushing over here, but Siege Onagers here from Rubenstock. Could be a big shot from Skittle. And his SO gets taken out, and TATOH needs to retreat once again. Rubenstock's more than happy to hold this choke point. He doesn't need to push out there because VILLESE will be pushing, and VILLESE has a gigantic army now. 70 Magadai, 9 Siege Onagers, 60 trade carts, and only 43 villagers for VILLESE. Rubenstock with a... I think he's got enough gold. I think Rubenstock has enough gold here for the entire team. 8k gold in the bank. And now VILLESE has SO over here. So these Cav Archers can't really sit in these choke points anymore. And Shed continues with the bomber towers. Buying for 700 gold. 100 stone is 700 gold. Shed slowly taking out these buildings too. Maybe a couple siege rams here would be really great from VILLESE too. Not just SO, as these Cav Archers are getting into very dangerous territory on this side. But siege rams here to clear up all the buildings would be fantastic. FedEx, please don't get hit by an SO shot. This is all you have to control. It's coming in now with the Imperial Camels. These are good, but bomber towers will start working on these. TATOH on the other side, still not pushing. Meanwhile, in the middle. Oh, yeah, that's the GG moment. It was only a matter of time before these got into the trade. VILLESE is in. So much death in the middle, and they call the GG, and Team VILLESE ties it up 2-2. Great game there. Better civilizations. TATOH's team held on for a very long time, but we knew from the start. If Team VILLESE didn't get hurt early, Koreans on one side, Turks on the other side, Mongols providing the power behind the main push, and then Huns just playing a support role with the Paladins would be able to rip everything. The only thing I'm disappointed by is the fact that we didn't see any elite Tarkans from Robo. He got the tech, but I don't think he made any. I don't think he made any. I'm disappointed, honestly. Frankly, I'm disappointed. But we could see the KD best for VILLESE, almost double, 1.7. Shed, 3.1, but that's because he wasn't really making any units. He was simply making bombard towers. And, yeah, TATOH is struggling to hold. Skittle holding on the other side, but just the push just couldn't happen for them. Bomber tower numbers. All right. He's probably got, how many do you think? 95, maybe? I think like 95. 97. 97 bombard towers. It's a pretty good number, honestly. 3 away from 100. Let's take a look at the trade gold. Economy, trade profit, 91,000. Trade profit for Shed. He almost had it. One bombard tower per 1,000 trade profit. Did you see Robo get atheism? Did he? I saw him get marauders. I saw him get marauders. All right. Let's go back to the screen and even up the scores and make sure that it reflects on the civs used. And we are going into a game number 5 here. So the civ draft no longer really matters here, folks, because it is free pick. And all we can do is speculate on what civs they are going to pick here. As we see Turks winning, Mongols winning, Huns winning, and Koreans winning. The real question is, will Shed pick Turks flank again? I don't know. Yo, Zapple guy, thank you for the 6 months. Sacco, thank you for the 2 months. Sunnyflower, thank you for the 9. We just had a Twitch baby, my friend. Prune Face, thank you for the 4. Welcome back, brother. Age of Empires Natalia, thank you for the raid a while ago. Ensberg with the 6, thank you so much. Asadi with the 2, welcome back. And for all the follows as well, thank you so much, guys. Hope you're enjoying it. It's been fun today. It's been a good series. I think Mongols for sure for both teams. Bohemians for the flank. Do you want Celts in the middle if you have Mongols? I don't know. Maybe Franks or Persians? Lithuanians potentially? Spanish? I don't know. There's a debate around Spanish, right? You get the extra trade profit, but... Opak, thank you for the prime, dude. Welcome back. And Shootchastics, thank you for the 10, man. Thanks for the primes. Appreciate it. Always like a prime gamer. Did anyone need more trade profit last game? Yeah, the good point. Maybe Britons on the other flank is also a possibility. Britons are pretty strong. We'll see. My prime is even more your type. It is your mom's prime. Oh. Okay. Spanish are a bonus attached to a bad civ. They're not a bad civ. What are you talking about? They still have Paladin. They fully up Paladin. Faster building villagers with bombard towers. They just don't have they don't have the tools necessary to be a full-on flank civ, right? But as a pocket civ, they're still good. They've got great siege. Like, they've got a lot of different options. I see 3 civs each team because the final game, the 5th game, the deciding game, is free pick for civs. So the civ draft is just here to tell you what happened in the previous games. This does not reflect on the upcoming game here. I wonder how the Hindustanis will be on BF with the caravan Sarai. Does that affect teammates' trade as well, or only your own? Tool sounds like Tool. It is Tool. Yeah. I don't know. You had the access. Yeah, but by the time I set it up, the game was over, and I didn't get to see a trade cart from my ally. Pantless, thank you for the bits, dude. Thank you so much, man. We got to think about 300 vills on BF. I think it's 220 or something, right? Vills take up 10% less pop space. Not 50% less pop space. How many tower blue? 97 bombard towers last game. Hey, hey. Okay, we're still waiting. They're really thinking about their civs here. Thank you for all the follows, by the way. Lots of people following today. Thank you so much. I don't know when I think the finals are next weekend. I'll definitely be doing the finals for sure. %10 less pop space is basically a slightly better goth bonus. Yeah. And probably with a worse late game civ. Like, I played them late game. The Ratha is very underwhelming. I mean, the elephants are elephants, whatever. And then I don't know what else I have. All right, I see the civs. We have a minute and a half before the game gets started, and it is Bohemian, Spanish, Celts, Lithuanians for Team VILLESE, so no Mongols for them. They go for the Celts instead. And then they have Britons, Celts, Spanish. Britons? For Team TATOH? Britons, Celts, Spanish, Britons? Can they repeat civs? Or maybe the website is bugging out here. I see Britons twice. TATOH has Britons and FedEx has Britons. So, I don't know. Maybe the communication was a little bit scuffed. I mean, maybe it was a little bit scuffed here. I don't know about Williams. They might but you know who, even in a semifinal 5th game, he would not have it. There would be an admin loss incoming so quickly. Fifth game is no ban. That's what Mem said. Yeah, it's no ban, but I didn't think you could repeat the civ on the same team. Remember when pros used to hate BF and talk shit and make fun of Mem? Look at them now. I think you're creating your own narrative there, Messenger. Pros always played BF. And they still shit talk it because it's a clown map. I think you're creating your own narrative out of nothing, my friend. Okay, let's go into the game here. And we're waiting for players, and I think it's because Britons and Britons. Rules aside, are Britons really good enough to warrant giving up another team bonus? If they're on the flank and you get to Imperial Age, they can be really devastating. Really, really devastating. But clowns and clown maps are the best part of AO. Yeah. Every single pro has played BF team games at some point. It's not like no one wanted to play BF team games. BF team games were like the most popular team games even back on Voobly. That's how Leary got started. But he still shit talks BF even though he got started with BF. Because it's BF. That's part of the map. It's trashing the map. Even BF players trash BF. Even arena players trash arena. Everyone knows it's not, you know, optimal. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I think they just, they messed up the civs. Double Britons? Yeah, I think that's what's happening here. I think that's what's happening. Because I don't think they can repeat. They can pick whatever civ they want, but I don't think you can repeat it on the same team. Yeah, no repeat within a team. Yeah, I think the communication there between FedEx and TATOH was not was not there. I pick Britons. Okay, I pick Britons. Okay. I love how they're both on the flanks too. Yo, Glad Recycler, thank you for the 2 months, and thank you for recycling, my friend. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, the rules around this, I don't know. I would like to see it if you accidentally do this for the enemy team to pick your final civ. You can have 3 of the same ones, but you pick one over the civ that you repeated. Because basically what this is doing for TATOH's team is letting them know exactly what civs Robo and VILLESE's team has picked. And then they can pick their final civ to kind of counter that. So it's an unfair advantage for TATOH's team right now. So you have to punish them somehow. I don't know how the admins are going to figure it out, but... Worst team to make the mistake against because you know Robo has the exact rule memorized. Yeah. Exactly. Robo be like, this is Australian Nilly, by the way. Wait, what happened? We got double Britons here, dude. I'm sorry, TV watchers. It had to happen. I'm sorry. Do you have a white Australian Nilly? A white Australian Nilly only comes out once in a while, dude. All right, I think they started again. I can exit this. They started again, and we have a countdown. And it looks like it's going to be Britons, Celts, Spanish, Chinese. So I think they picked their civ. Bohemians, Spanish, Celts, Lithuanians against Britons, Celts, Spanish, Chinese. TATOH's team really shooting themselves in the foot there. Very avoidable mistake going for the same civ twice in one team. Very avoidable. I can't believe they did that, but maybe we'll see the Chinese shine. I haven't seen them in this tournament. So dumb? Yeah, it's so dumb by TATOH's team. So unbelievably dumb by TATOH's team. To pick the same civ twice. Who has to take the Chinese? FedEx. And if FedEx is playing on a flank with the Chinese, if I'm the opposite, if I'm like Rubenstock and I'm up against FedEx, I'm going all in with VILLESE. And Rubenstock is playing the Lithuanians too. So if we get that matchup on a flank, oh boy, the Chinese player is going to have a rough time. Why are Chinese so bad on BF? Well, they don't really have the tech tree for a pocket player, right? You can't go right into Paladin or something like that. They only get Cavalier. It takes a long time to get the Chukanu Bombard Tower push going, and even that gets countered by some onagers and stuff. And early on in the game, they're lacking the food to produce villagers. So if you pull VILLESE for a villager fight, you're going to really struggle with villager production at home. Chinese are an esports Arabia civ. Yeah, you heard it here first. Esports civ. All right, I'm excited for this one. What can FedEx do? What can FedEx do here? We've got Shed and Robo once again playing together, and it looks like FedEx has got himself 2 pawns and almost 3 pawns over on this side. But Robo is going forward right away. And FedEx, of course, is playing as the Chinese, so he doesn't want to go forward with his villagers immediately. Now, Chinese do start with more vills, so if you have a good start, you can get an eco lead. But it's going to be rough late game, especially against Bohemians. I don't know how many options Chinese have as Shed comes forward with the wall early. FedEx's ally is here to help. Still, Chinese have a very versatile tech tree, so they can go into a lot of things. They just can't do anything particularly well. Their ideal composition is Bombard Tower, Chukanu, Siege Ram, Trebuchet. It's not that great, and all of that stuff kind of gets killed by the Huvnitsa. So it's quite unfortunate. All right, Robo playing in the pocket position for Shed once again, and he's playing as the Spanish. Will likely go into Paladin once again. We've got a pond over here for VILLESE, and he is playing as the Celts. And I wonder if he goes forward with the early Siege Workshop Monk support, as we saw earlier in this set, supporting Rubenstock with his early aggressions. Rubenstock not managing to sneak villagers, but he did get the forward wall down early, and he has the lumber camp here, and he's kind of cutting off the pond from TATOH. TATOH is playing as the Britons up against Lithuanians, but TATOH won't safely be able to fish this. Rubenstock might, so we'll see if Rubenstock opts to put a pawn down in here early. All right, final pocket position is Skittle and Monos. Skittle is playing as the Celts, and Monos is playing as the Spanish. Neither team going for Mongols here, as we see Shed going with a forward villager, and he's going to attempt to wall up on this side. And oh my god, wall in front of these rhinos, please. Wall in front of these rhinos, please. That would be fantastic. Could Monos just go Cannon Galleon in front lake and they just try and hold? I mean, holding with the Chinese instead of pushing would probably be good. Monos playing as Spanish. Cannon Galleon. Maybe. Chinese Great Wall, fortified walls with more HP with Cannon Galleons behind. I mean, it's a strat, certainly. It's not a terrible strat. But you got to get there in the first place, right? And Hufnitsa still feel like they can do fairly decently against Cannon Galleon. Chinese wall is the way. Yep. FedEx is going to need to wall for sure. All right. VILLESE already going out to the pond here. Neither player on the pawn here between Rubenstock and TATOH. Rubenstock should have a better start here than TATOH with Lithuanians. You start with that extra food, and Rubenstock has actually gone for the dock at the back, and he also has access to these 3 rhinos here too. Rapid fire cannon galleons at that, yeah. But you need to get the elite upgrade for the range too. What's the default range on regular cannon galleons? Is it 13 and then it's 15 on the elite, I think? I can't remember. Hufnitsa, I think, had the same range as the standard cannon galleon. Yes. Okay. Glad I'm right about that. Lots of scouts in the middle. It's a scout congregation here in the middle. And VILLESE's team gets the early advantage, killing the scout from Skittle. TATOH is now on the way to Feudal Age. So TATOH wants to go for some early pressure, and it's still open at the middle here, but there's a lot of scouts there from VILLESE's team wandering around, so TATOH's got to be careful. Meanwhile, over here, we've got a timeshare on the pawns from Monos and FedEx. Monos taking one, FedEx taking the other one. This is quite welcome here for VILLESE's team after the pawn generation last game. It was kind of unfortunate. All right, villagers working on the walls. And Shed is behind here with the Vill repairing. Another scout from Team TATOH wandering around, but the scouts from Team VILLESE are converging on that, and TATOH is now scouting this way. And we've got more rhinos coming in from VILLESE, so VILLESE is going to have a very good boom with the extra rhinos and with the fishing shit. Okay, one hit away from death. That's a very pointy horn there. He almost ungarrisoned it and got it killed again. I swear to God, the rhinos always target the villager with 1 HP. He was in the front of that. And here we go with Rubenstock trying to wall behind this. Double layer walls behind this as TATOH is coming forward with villagers, and he's going to batter through this wall. Now, Rubenstock wants to wall to the water here. It's going to buy himself a little extra time. It also means that TATOH can't really get away with just fishing ships here because he doesn't know if Rubenstock's going to go for a counter dock on this side. TATOH scouting around over here, and TATOH going for fishing ships. He was going for a transport ship. Then he saw the walls from Ruben and he realized it was probably a really bad idea to try and do that. Rubenstock now in the Feudal Age with a tower of his own. Simply goes for a stone wall behind here. And TATOH can't get in to batter down that tower. So TATOH is going to need to retreat. And TATOH can only take from so many of these fish, probably only this one and this one, because these two will be cut off by that tower. So Rubenstock effectively cutting off this pond here, as TATOH is a little bit housed when he tries to go for a galley. On this side, the walls are still up, although Skittle is trying to get through. Shed will need to stonewall behind this fairly soon. And FedEx is... What is FedEx doing over here? FedEx is the flank, by the way, on this side. And FedEx has a villager, a weak villager, being targeted by a crocodile now. And FedEx is up against 2 scouts and a vill, and FedEx will lose this one. That is a questionable decision to come all the way over here. We don't know what was really going on in his head as he's now being attacked. On this side, we've got a tower from Shed, and Shed is busting into the Chinese base. It's not quite a great wall. It was simply a wall. And Shed will likely go for a dock here to try and take out the fishing eco. from FedEx. FedEx still 30 seconds away from Feudal Age. FedEx is sending it? Yeah. I'd love to see FedEx send it. 100%. Fire galley is now on the way from Rubenstock. He also went for a galley there too. TATOH's going to see that flag. To be fair, it's kind of hidden behind the palisade walls, so you're not 100% sure if that's on the dock at the first glance. And TATOH won't be able to add any fish behind this. Rubenstock does have fish back here, so he has the advantage. Monos on the way to Castle Age. We've got VILLESE on the way to Castle as well, and Robo up to the Castle Age too. And Robo is actually signaling this villager, so he knows all about this villager from Skittle, who has bust through the wall and has snuck her way through there. And there are holes through here. As Shed tries to cover this up, luckily Robo signaled that Vill, but I don't know if they're going to suspect that two villagers are through here. So Skittle has serious opportunities to do damage with these Vills. Now with Celts, it's probably going to be a Siege Monk style push, or maybe Siege into some Knights. It won't be hide production buildings and then spring them later. But we'll see what he can get done against Robo and against VILLESE. On this side, FedEx investing against the Navy from Shed, and Shed really not going into more production. So he's forced FedEx to make a second dock. He's also forced FedEx to make 3 fire galleys, which is a big investment. And he's not producing anything else. So just a little bit of pressure and that's it. Rubenstock, I thought he lost to Vill there. I guess not. And he's going to bring in the extra rhinos, I believe, from back here. Yeah, there's only one left back there. Still got the fishing economy too. And he's cutting off the pond from TATOH. TATOH now trying to retake that once again. And TATOH on stone. So TATOH definitely thinking about a castle once he goes up to Castle Age. Here's the sneak, and it's going to be Knights. It is going to be Celt Knights from Skittle. Celtic Knights from Skittle. He is not booming up with the Celts. He's almost in the Castle Age right now. VILLESE, though. Oh, he doesn't see it. VILLESE is one tile away from seeing this. Shed? Does Shed see it? Shed is almost there, too. Double stable here from Skittle. Double stable could do some work. I think what you need to do is you need to save up Knights in a position like this. If your opponent doesn't know about it, Shed might have actually heard him delete that, but if your opponent doesn't know about it, you need to save up Knights and then come out with like 10 Knights at a time. So they can't slowly build military to counter, but looks like Skittle is going to go with 2 over here. He's going to go with 1 over here, and he's going to let VILLESE know that Knights are now into the eco. He's going to show up at Robo's farming eco at the same time. So it's going to be very, very annoying for Team VILLESE, and we'll see how much Skittle can do in this scenario. Skittle has played very well for his team. One of the MVPs of this series for sure. Fire galleys are still out here from Rubenstock. He ungarrisons the demo, gets a good shot off there. TATOH going to pull them back to repair a little bit. Remember, there's towers for both players over here. And now Skittle is going for a forward siege workshop. And the Knight play might actually work. It might work. I don't see any counter from Robo so far. He's got 1 barracks and that's it. He's now going for a stable of his own. Robo is going to be under threat here. Is there any counter from VILLESE? He's only got 1 monastery. That's it. And that's a lot of Knights from Skittle. Now, Celts don't get bloodlines, but Knights are still Knights. Very, very strong. And now he's looking for damage over here. Maybe he goes over to Shed's base to try and get something done. Yo, Red Light, thank you for the Prime. It's Sharp, thank you for the Prime as well. Thank you so much for the subs and the support, guys. Been a great series. Trying to see who's going to win this one. I think Skittle, with the Chinese on their team, I think Skittle wants to do damage early. And he's certainly causing some idle time. He's already killed some villagers from Robo. Killed a villager from VILLESE as well. And look at all this idle time he's causing over here for our Bohemians player. Buying some time for his Chinese ally. And FedEx is already going up to his 4th TC. And look at the boom from Monos. We got 16 fishing ships, 57 villagers. Really, really good boom from him. Villagers going down there from Shed, keeping the Bohemian player behind, keeping him idled in the TC. Shed is in the castle age now, and Shed goes for a second TC right away. Meanwhile, on this side, Knights from Robo out here to cancel or counter this. Still have a Mangonel here from Shed, and Shed is, or not Shed, sorry, from Skittle. And Skittle cut Knight production for a while, but he's forced so much out of the other team. That's too many villas to garrison in the TC. Too many villas to garrison in the TC, and that will be some villager deaths at least for Robo. Although he's done a good job with the houses, and he's going to wall off these villas and keep these villagers safe more or less and start damaging the knights under the town center. So good defense there from Robo. Meanwhile, behind this, Skittle adds the second town center. But he's buying his teammates time. Basically what this play is doing. Celts do not want to go into knights long term, but buying his teammates time. Another TC from Robo. He better hope he doesn't lose this fight, because that TC is going to be awfully exposed over on that side. Luckily for him, Skittle decides to go in the other direction. He's going to go towards VILLESE. VILLESE only with 2 monks there. 1 converted knight in defense. And some fire galleys. Shed trying to help him out with some quick walls. That's not going to happen right away. And I think Skittle's fine losing a couple converted knights if he takes out these monks, which he does. Robo hanging out near these stables. VILLESE is still getting hit, losing some fishing ships now. TATOH with a castle over on this side. TATOH has cleared up the dock over here from Rubenstock. Let's take a look at Rubenstock's boom. 16 fishing ships, 49 villagers. And we look at TATOH's boom, 44 villagers only with 2 TCs, but he is on the way to Imperial Age, so the pressure will be mounting from him fairly soon. And Rubenstock will definitely be slower to the next stage. Where are the knights from Shed? They're coming in here. They're killing more villas from Robo. Trying to buy himself more time. Now shifting over to our Bohemians player once again. 91 villagers from Monos. He's on the way to Imp with 20 fishing ships. Really impressive boom here from Monos. VILLESE is the probably comparable player from the other team with 95 villas and 12 fishing ships. But he has not yet clicked up. So Monos is going to be really, really quick to Paladin, most likely. FedEx also with 20 fishing ships and 79 villagers. So FedEx with the Chinese having a decent boom of his own. Just how much damage can he do? TATOH's castle is so far back thanks to that pawn. Yeah, it's extremely far back. And they're already setting up the trade line. They want to trade from here all the way to here. And look at that. What is this? Look at the house wall from FedEx. What is going on, bro? My man needs pop space and security. Villager even working on the fish trap. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Alright, Knight's finally taking out the forward, but Skittle stopped investing in that a while ago. Still, Skittle on 4 TCs. He's only on 57 villagers at the moment. Robo's on 92 with 15 Knights. So the forward pressure definitely caused Skittle, but it definitely hampered our Bohemians player and Robo a little bit too. Now we've got X's coming in the middle. TATOH walling all this stuff off. I think he wants to push down this side. He's got a castle here, of course, and now he goes immediately into trebuchets. Walls coming up behind from Rubenstock, and we have Siege and Barracks coming up from VILLESE. So the Celts will have all their forces focused on this area over here. We've got TATOH walling the middle. He wants the pressure coming this way. And we've got Monos already teching into Onager and already teching into Cavaliers. So he's thinking about a cut immediately. Now, where's the cut going to be? Is it going to be here? That's where the signal from Rubenstock is coming. So he thinks the cut might be there. TATOH now coming over this side with longbows. So maybe he doesn't want to pressure this side. He wants to pressure through the middle, and that's why he was walling here with gates. And look at that. It's perfect. Perfect timing from TATOH. Gets a gate down right as Robo was thinking about maybe pressuring with those knights. Longbows are going to be behind here, so the knights need to back up a little bit. Monos goes for the siege workshop in the middle. What is our Chinese player going to go into? We've got trade cards already from FedEx. Is FedEx going to play the game that Shed played last game? Is FedEx going to go pure trade, Bombard Tower with Chinese, and then sling his teammates a little bit? Now, Chinese Bombard Tower don't have the same range Turks do, but they do have extra HP, so it's not that bad. Still, against Hufnitsa, though, ugh. The problem is that it's Chinese against Bohemians, and Bohemian Hufnitsa are probably just better than Chinese spamming Bombard Towers. But we'll see. We'll see. There's going to be a lot of trade on the field from Orange, and he's already at 9 carts. He's got 4 more in the queue. And he got coinage, and he's getting banking, so he's going to sling. I wonder if he slings TATOH. Does he sling Monos? Does he sling the Paladin player? Chinese get Paladin? No, they do not. Chinese do not get Paladin. Look at the walls from Team VILLESE. And Team VILLESE is planning on pushing over here. And TATOH, oh boy. Oh god. Oh, TATOH's going to be in big trouble here. TATOH has nothing to defend against this. Maybe demos? That's what he should have done. He should have set up everything for the demos over here. That would have been a very TATOH play. And FedEx is now slinging TATOH. But he's going to need some army here. They need Monos to come back here immediately. Monos, though, has other ideas. And Monos is going forward. Unfortunately for him, I think Robo can... Or not Robo, sorry. Shed can wall here. VILLESE can wall here. Can Shed wall here in time? Yes. Good team walls there. Good teamwork there from Team VILLESE. And I think that might have bought them enough time for the push to continue over here. VILLESE has all his infantry garrisoned in these ramps. Elite Longbowman is on the way, but it won't matter if he loses the castles. As TATOH goes for walls behind this. Remember, TATOH is getting slung by FedEx, so it doesn't really matter if he loses his eco, but it does matter if he loses access to the golds and the castles to produce the unit he wants. Pure Celtica even on the way here from VILLESE, but the Paladin have made their way through. Paladin have made their way through. VILLESE does have Halberdiers. VILLESE trying to go for some quick wall and drive those Paladin into the pointy boys. And Robo is here with Cavalier, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but still, Paladin will be able to do damage. And they've gotten into the eco. That's what they wanted to deny. And the Rams are still pushing in, and Britons just don't have anything against Siege Ram. They're really the Briton killer, unless you're going into, you know, Onager champion with range units as well. It's just... It's really rough. Celts do extremely well. Unfortunately, VILLESE is having problems attacking the walls. He's going to clear up the TCs, and he cleared up the castle, but the Paladin are going to show up here for Monos. Skittle now getting Woad Raider. Paladin, Woad Raider, Elite Longbowman. Huh. Feels like a decent composition, honestly. And especially against this stuff over here. Siege Ram and Halberdier, Woad Raider will absolutely shred everything over on that side. And now FedEx getting chemistry, and he's getting fletching. So definitely thinking about the Bombard Tower spam as the Paladin continue to do some damage in the back here. Robo still just chasing. Robo, allocate like 10 Paladin to clear this up, and then you send the rest of the Paladin down the middle or something. You gotta start pressuring, I think, my dude. Or maybe, actually, maybe just wait for Shed to get into Hufnitsa. Yeoman on the way for TATOH. Shed just now getting chemistry. Should have got that before he got to Imperial Age, but he's getting it now. And he builds up like 20 Hufnitsa. if you have Paladin over here, there's nothing that the Chinese are going to be able to do to stop it. If you can defend on this side. And right now it looks like they can. TATOH trying to wall this out. That's not going to work. Rubenstock will be in. And Rubenstock's getting Paladin too. Chinese only planning to sling. Yeah, well, I think the plan was Chinese sling and go Bombard Tower. That was the team plan. Unfortunately, they didn't do enough with that early push. And now they're going to be up against Paladin on this side. Hufnitsa, Paladin on this side. And Celts with Siege in the middle. So it's going to be extremely difficult for them to do anything 3v4. Especially with Britons mixed in here. Britons is a great civ to hold. But it's a really tough civ to push with. Lots of siege workshops here from our Bohemian player. Hufnitsa is on the way. Paladins are in behind. Double player Paladin. It's a Paladin sandwich in the middle as TATOH attempts to come forward with villagers. Paladins all over that, though. Hufnitsa research will not be denied. TATOH trying to go for a castle in the middle here. Good quick walls there from Shed. Doesn't quite manage to quick wall at all, but he's slowed the Paladins down. He's got a castle here, too, in defense. And it's only a matter of time before some of these bombard cannons are out. Hufnitsa's going to be in. The bombard cannons are going to be out. And the longbowmen are just sitting right here. And the tech comes in right before the shot hits. And all the longbows are going to go down. TATOH is not paying attention. He's busy over here. The longbowmen die. The Paladin are wreaking havoc here in the Bohemian base. But his ally Robo is here with some Paladin of his own. So they should be able to clear this up, and the Hufnitsa are now going to be on the field. VILLESE here with Halberdier, stalling out the Paladin production there from Monos. Paladin from Rubenstock just taking out the castle with no siege to back it up. And FedEx is still sending to TATOH. But TATOH is going to lose his production buildings here. He's going to lose his castles. Robo still chasing after these palaces. Villagers still going down from our Bohemians player. He's only got one Hufnitsa on the field. He's got trade on the way. So that's something. But the Paladins have done work over here. It's down to 86 villas now. He's got to make a few more. Meanwhile, though, VILLESE just eating these Paladin from Monos. And he doesn't care. He'll toss away Halbs all day. And he'll slowly start adding siege behind this, too. For me, it's the question for me. This fight will go how it goes. Question for me is, how did the Chinese stop once the Hufnitsa start pushing this way with some Paladin behind from Robo? All it takes is like 20 Paladin from Robo and Hufnitsa and some Bombard Towers behind from the Bohemians player, and that's it. How do you stop that? I honestly, I don't know. You're going to need military from your allies, but they need all their military here. All right, where is the Celts as well? Where are the Celts? Where's Skittle? It's been really slow here. He's got 127 villagers. The forward push really slowed him down early in the game. Still doesn't have Siege Onagers. Just now going for Onager. And V-Power, aka Shed, has now researched Bombard Towers, so he's going to start adding them in as well. And we saw how well Shed did with that, playing as the Turks last game. There's also an option to push this way, as Rubenstock goes for a dock. Like, this seems pretty wide open if you just send some siege rams over here from VILLESE. Oh, VILLESE's hunting for the big shots with the SO. He's hunting for them on the longbowmen, and TATOH trying to micro those down. Paladin now here from Robo. Big shots on the Halberdiers. The Paladin are going to clear everything else up. Paladin from Rubenstock. There's a ton of them. 46 on the field. Trade numbers for Team VILLESE looking really good here. Trade numbers for Team TATOH looking decent. Lots of trade for FedEx, of course, but he's just slinging. And Siege Onager on the way here from Skittle. Paladin are waiting on this side. Siege workshops are being added. Only 4 Hufnitsa on the field. from Shed, which is a bit low, but we should see more as this game carries on. He's opting to go for Bombard Towers instead. Not enough Paladin. Time for VILLESE to also go for them. Yep. Yep. Well, there's nothing here to counter them at the moment. There's just a few Halberdiers. Oh, oh, oh! Oh, big shots there from VILLESE with the SO. Trying to get close to the Longbowmen. And look at on this side. We've got Rubenstock now going for some water power to try and take over this pawn. Relic situation? Relics don't really matter that much here. Passive generation is nice, I guess. Well, Lithuanians, I guess relics matter. It's 14 plus 5 currently. You're right. They do matter for Lithuanians. You're right. You're right. I don't see the relic counter. There we go. We've got 3 for Rubenstock. Three relics for Rubenstock. And now, not only does TATOH have to deal with SO, but he has to deal with Hubnitsa too. And look, oh god! TATOH being absolutely destroyed by the Hubnitsa shots. He took him out, but here comes another SO. TATOH, you better be paying attention, brother. And he is. He's microing him down, but more Bombard Towers going down here from Shed. Hubnitsa working their way in. Got Bombard Towers over here. We've got a castle now coming up from FedEx. FedEx sending a lot of res to his allies. Is it enough, though? Good job from Robo to take out some of those SO. Big shot there from VILLESE, taking out a few longbows. Bombard Towers added in here, too. It's going to be harder and harder for TATOH's team to push back against this. Meanwhile, on this side, Siege Rams coming in from VILLESE. Only longbows over here from TATOH. More Siege Onagers following, too, so these might fall quite soon. The trade line is right here from Team VILLESE. But it's going to be awfully hard to get through to that. And TATOH, oh, you're going to have to micro your heart out here. He's getting himself into a choke point, but he manages to take it out. TATOH paying attention to everything. Lots of SO on the field now from our Celts player, from Skittle. And where are these Cannon Galleons? The Cannon Galleons are from FedEx in the spawn, not from the Spanish like we thought. They are from FedEx, and he's going for Bombard Towers, but even with the extra HP, they need to do outrange them. And FedEx will start dying here pretty soon. And I like the slow nature of this push from Shed. He's like kind of putting the Bombard Towers down while he can. While he can get away with it. And he's got just a couple Hubnitsa behind this. It's not an outrageously aggressive push. Alright. Hubnitsa going down. To the Cannon Galleons, maybe. There's not much room to micro there. For FedEx. And he manages to take it out. But there's still Bombard Towers available there. Meanwhile, units making their way into the trade. We got Rubenstock coming in here with Paladins. They've cut through this little area here, and there's more Bombard Towers from Shed. Paladins are clearing up the Siege Onagers behind here, but there's Halberdiers from VILLESE to keep his units safe, and the Paladins will sit right in the middle of this trade line. I don't see any counter units here from Skittle. There's no Halberdiers. So much trade is going down. There's a little bit of a push attempt here. Oh my god! Oh, gee. Oh, jeez. Oh, that could have been massive, bro. That could have been the biggest demo you've ever seen in your entire life. Siege Onagers and Longbowmen. I don't think it would have killed the SO, but that could have been something. Rubenstock trying for it. And Rubenstock, with Bombard Towers over here, will be able to stall at this push while he's killing trade on this side. Lots of trade going down. So much death and destruction in the middle of the map, and it's only a few Paladin here from Monos trying to counter this. There's no Halberdier from Skittle, and here come the Bombard Towers from Shed on this side, right down the gut, right through the middle of the trade line from Team TATOH. Woad Raiders on this side now from Skittle. They're trying to make this push with work with everything they have. But it's only Longbowmen for TATOH. And Longbowmen cannot push alone. They need the siege, and the siege keeps getting sniped. So much damage being done to the eco from Team TATOH. Let's take a look at the trade numbers for a second. 99 trade from Shed, by the way. 99 trade. It's very similar to last game, and the Hoofnitsa numbers getting up there. Meanwhile, from TATOH's team, only 2 trade from Skittle, only 27 from FedEx now, 7 from TATOH, 19 from Monos. Team VILLESE looks like they're going to take this one as more towers from Shed. Deja vu. Deja vu here. Robo in with Paladins, raiding a ton. Cannon Galleons doing work. Still not elite, so only 13 range, but they're doing work. And Rams now from FedEx, stalling out the push, but he doesn't have any military contribution towards the raids in the middle. And look at all the bombard towers from Shed. Look at all the bombard towers. Meanwhile, the push on this side not doing much. Siege onagers now will be able to counter the Longbowmen. Woad Raiders not able to get in, and lots of Paladin here from Rubenstock. And the middle push from Monos and Skittles still not accomplishing anything. So many Hoofnitsa now, even though he's killing his own units. TATOH now here with Longbowmen, but having TATOH with the Britons in this situation, maybe not the best. Maybe you want TATOH playing as the Celts here, so he can have a super strong composition. Britons with only Longbowmen, it just doesn't feel like he can really accomplish anything. And they called it GG. They called it GG. Team VILLESE is going to take this. Maybe TATOH's team looking at themselves and wondering, why on earth did we go double Britons in the lead up to this? Why did we get punished with Chinese? Why did we do that to ourselves? But, I mean, VILLESE's team played amazing. They played great. They played great. Wrong score? Oh, yeah, true. Dude, I'm awful with that. I don't know. I don't even look. I just click. Team VILLESE taking it. Let's go. Great job. Rubenstock, VILLESE working so well together on each side. And then Robo and Shed. It's Team Finland and Team Australia coming together and playing really well together. It's phenomenal, honestly. And they're going through to the finals. Really strong team. And they're going to be matching up against... Well, we'll have to check, I suppose. Aussie, oi, oi, oi. Yeah. Yeah, Shed. Australia should be really proud of Shed. Look at the KD for Robo. Oh my god, he must have killed so many trade and villagers. Wow, Robo kind of slaying there. Australia is super proud of Shed's camping abilities. I've received word from them. They're very proud. Let's see how much he slung. He sent 60k FedEx. Sent 60k, and his KD was 15 to 146. My man wasn't making military, though. It's not really fair to look at a KD of a guy who was slinging. Will you be casting T90 and Terra Nova duos? No, my voice is... I'm losing my voice, honestly. I can feel it going. I think my little nephews made me a little bit sick, maybe, from the weekend. I can feel myself getting ill. Look after yourself, pal. I will, friend. How are the nephews? The nephews are very cute. Nephews are very cute. All right. Let's go to this, and we'll do the final score. And thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in.